Now we're gonna go ahead and get into these start of these games. Gonna be Pikguy versus Monty
2V, I believe, on that. So we're gonna have the Jacko Bridget battle happening early on to open up this ladder, and we're already getting in there with the the far slash in there, and the circuits coming out to play for Pikguy too.
That's for sure. Hold up, we're playing a game of soccer ball right now, and you're not doing too well as a goalie as Pikguy gets the first round.
Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me of like going out to the park and you see the youth soccer on there just like breaking all their shins and whatnot on there. Pikguy starting a little bit of chaos as we go back in the corner, sends away the minion from the distance here, tries to throw out the yo-yo from Monty, but not going to get anything of it before Pikguy can do that again.
Yeah, one thing for sure as Jacko, being able to actually change how you're able to give out those minions and play around with them, setting them up on the screen. It's raining minions, and I don't think that's how Monty likes it. Kick against the wall, the Glaceon driver, and this is definitely going to be the first game going to Pikguy.
Oh yeah, quick as you want, and of course you want to make it as quick as possible. You got a lot of matches to go through here in the ladder as well, so you got to get at least to that. I believe it is it a 7-game cut for this, or it's a 6 for this time around. So yeah, seven games. So
yeah,
qualify for top cut.
Make sure you get those games in. Doesn't matter how you get them. Just make sure you're able to actually get a certain amount before top cut happens, and then we're gonna see who is gonna be in our top 8. That's the greatness of ParagOnline, and it's a great way to gain experience as well.
Absolutely, and not only that, but if you just see it, it's like, boy, I wish I knew about the ladder so I could join in. Good news, you can join up right now. This is only the first match. You got plenty of time to make it to that 7-set cut on here. But it looks like we're having a little bit of issues here, maybe with Monty. We're going back. We're trying to figure it out. We may just start rebooting. Let's find out.
Okay, there we go. It looks like, you know, just a little bit of, we were looking away from the screen a little bit, you know, we were like, oh, snap, the next round started. So now we're going to pick up in the corner. Going to be a wall break positive bonus already with Pikguy having 50 bar on the deck. But so far, okay, here's the party.
You were not kidding when you said it's raining minions. Hallelujah, Jen, on there right now.
Hallelujah.
Bringing it down on there, right on the top of the noggin.
Ooh, the reset, standing reset. I like it, to the skate to your heart. Yo-yo set up. Finally, we're going to have Monty get a little bit of the offense they've been needing to get through. Tap dust from a distance, but still will cause Pikguy to use their burst. And here comes more minions raining down.
Yeah, Pikguy's definitely wanting to get their turn back as soon as possible there. We saw like a 6P from out of nowhere, not getting it again, going to get hit with punish by Monty. We go back down, but we're going to go in with the knockdown. Minion side sandwich is going on the play there, and we're going to catch it with the RC. Into the corner you go. We're going to get the wall spot. Yes, we are, and we're going to go play a little bit of kickball into the shins of Bridget.
Not going to do enough, but we do have a bar meter to see what we're going to work with. 5P doesn't get the job done, able to block the overhead, but getting the kill at the end. Monty, go ahead and get that fire started. We know we need to see show me some yo-yo tricks. I'm looking to see what you got.
Well, yeah, but right now we're not going to see any of that here. The kids want to play with the yo-yo. They see how fun it can be for Monty to do that, and Pikguy's going to add in with the Forever Elysian driver to go on to the other side.
Against the glass, positive bonus, still has meter on deck, whiff on the 2K, and now having to spend their burst. Monty a little bit on the defensive side and going straight into the shield. Defense, offense, showing from both for Pikguy, and right now being down 2-0, Monty's gotta pick it up here.
Yeah, with the addition of like shield, like gaining a little bit of extra, like a little bit of damage nowadays on it, just such a good change for Jacko to have.
Exactly that, but I know how annoying it can be. Like sometimes they're just expecting you to either get rid of the minion, and you're just like, all right, well, guess what? Not only am I gonna get a little bit of damage for playing defensive, but now it's gonna allow me to get another minion, get another setup on the play, and you have to recover while you're watching me, you know, toss the basketball from half court.
Playing Steph Curry game right there, just. But we're going to go back in. It's 2-0 right now for Pikguy, and 2 of the minions are out in the play. All 3 of them, we're actually able to get rid of the one as we're instant air dashing in there, but the 6B finally finds its mark in there, setting up the minion with the kickball into the wild assault for another setup, and we're getting a little bit of wild OTG damage on top of that.
Dude, I'm telling you, some of that OTG damage, I'll see so many hits. I'm like, how am I being picked up like this? Oh my gosh, the ping pong back of your neck getting hit, picking up the minion just to solidify, hey, guess what? I got one more round to go, and you're gonna have to find a way to do your best for these yo-yo tricks. So far, the offense getting started, but so far we're low profiling some of these long distance buttons, getting on the way in, still to the party, but none of the defense is gonna be allowing you to get your way in.
Yeah, I like the call out with this low profiling that Pikguy is in there. Not wanting to play with the yo-yo in there. Unfortunately, going to get caught on the backdash from Monty. Not going to go ahead with the overdrive. Unfortunate, so Pikguy was able to escape that.
Oh my god, hold on, are we DM right now? Summoning minions, disassembling the minions. Ooh, missed. Tried to pick it back up overhead. We got 2 bars of meter to work with, Monty, and I know you can use it. Come on. No, not the counter hit. Gonna keep on going all the way to the wall. I don't know if this is gonna be able to kill.
I should be able to kill with that. No, the scaling gun kicks in, even for Bridget.
Oh,
the back.
not
You
the
know what?
back
The backdash? Nope, we're gonna get caught on that.
Unfortunately, the backdash getting caught. Monty, the oppression. Nothing like the little babies to hit your ankles right there.
Wachito versus Mizu. We got the May versus Baiken battle coming on, and we're talking about, like, you know, big buttons like that. We're going to start out with a 6P from the other side. Hello!
Oh, hold up. That 6P was disgusting. The Yozansen not even being able to hit the back of your net and said, I got a hurt box back there, too. Oh, but okay, here we go. All right, playing a little bit of shenanigans. Probably could have pressed the button right there, but so far, I almost called you Wichita for a second. Shout outs to, Dead Man Wonderland.
Oh yeah, not from Kansas at all. Wachito going in with a far slash. Doesn't get the follow up on there, just a little too close to the ground, but gets that 5P anyway to get the round.
Dolphin in, hitting down with the, I almost called it a hammer, but that's exactly what it hits down like, I swear. Again! 2 in 1 game, please!
Wachito, I need to know the secrets here, like where you're finding this timing on here afterwards, but never mind, we're going for walkies. We're going to check it out here, we're going to go with the follow-up on 2H, going to go to the other side, try to get the side switch, but no can do, you're in the corner now.
Right, there we go. Oh, the parry. Gonna go ahead, sit down on the approach. Good throw break, but you weren't ready to protect your dome piece. Tethered up. What's gonna be the unique combo? Not much. Not going out with the super. Might be a mistake here, but slide into the DMs, the discount dipper, but drops the combo.
Yeah, like immediately on the 3K to make that happen. But we go in, cancel out with the fast RC into the JP down in the confirm in there. Wachito takes that with a couple, like a little bit of a scramble situation, but those scrambles worked out very much in the favor of May.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, hold on. How many interactions are you about to win? But I feel like May is a character that just lives for the chaos. Of course, many times you're just trying to be able to deal with the anchor swinging in the aura of your face, of your essence. But you know you're not going to whiff punish it right then and there.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch out for those disjointed hitboxes in here. Another Kabari onto the other side, trying to get the side switch, not gonna get anything for it, but that far slash is gonna at least get the burst away on there, and the trade from the Dolphin, okay, it's interesting.
I like the defense, counter hit, Yozansen, come here. What's gonna be the Oki? We got meter to work with. Ooh, okay, a little bit too short on the rising Yozansen. Hard knockdown, no. Not gonna be able. Dolphin in, getting the pressure started. Made you hit the other way. Make sure you look before you cross the street. But you know what? The pressure negated, defense on point.
We use a little bit of that follows defense. We get hit with the 6H, and again with it, we get at least pushed into the corner here. Trying to get onto the other side with his jumping slash in there, and we're going to, of course, block that burst. Nice job from Wachito, recognizing that just in time to go ahead and get the confirm and take the round after another visceral back and forth.
Ooh, come here. I'm trying to pull you and this see you over there, okay? Again to Tommy. Block the overhead. I don't know if there was this intuition there. Oh no. Big hit now comes out. Shamu, the damage.
Oh, it actually looked like it recovered in time at that. That was not a wall, so maybe just got hit straight up. That's extra damage on top of that. Followed with that too, that too heavy after the end there to finish the job.
So far, Mizu, I think there's a lot of things actually going on. I see the vision, I see the pressure, but eventually it's just you're getting outpaced, outdamaged, and somewhat outmixed. But you know, no hit is solidified. I need Mizu to be like water and try to get into the flow of things.
Yeah, Wachito's been definitely very aware of the matchup. Not aware of that 2H though. We're just gonna go right back into it. Gonna try to get in there with the air dash into the 6P, and we're back in the corner, and we're getting hit by those big buttons, forcing the first away from Mizu.
Here we go. All right, go ahead, drop the combo, quick pickup, walking through. Gonna do a little bit of a strut before we go ahead send you through the glass. Down on meter, but this positive bowling should help us out a bit. Catching the backdash is Wachito. Oh, but pressing buttons, no, it's time to shine.
Oh, I like that Mizu is starting to recognize that some of these setups that Wachito is trying to do on there, just going to mash out of it. Tries to go in for the throw, and we're just going to get tech away. We're just going to jump over the elephant gun. Going to get away from that. No slack on it, but we're going to go 50% tension. We're not going to use any of that because the fire slash can get the job done.
Unfortunate, Mizu so close to getting the first round on the board for themselves. Counter hit Dolphin into the throw. Not gonna go into the command grab. Wants to get the balloon set up. We're at the beach and we're ready to have fun. Overhead hit. Luckily, the first wasn't baited, but it looks like we're gonna still get a stronger hit. And if I do believe so, this might just be dead. No, okay, out close.
Yeah, Baiken has some pretty good guts. Not as good as May's guts in there, but the perfect from Wachito to finish things out there. Coming up here, we got another Baiken versus our first sole bad guy of the evening.
Ooh, okay. Still going further with the Baiken action. 6K. Being able to outrange that 2K. You know, able to watch your feet down there. Oh, hold up. The mix? Oh, God. Where did you even hit? I wasn't even sure if that was a cross-up or not.
Oh, but we're trying to keep it on there. Unfortunately, now stuck in the corner. Instant. The trade on the Yozansen actually probably helps Nushi quite a bit on there. Just like that, confirm into the RC. Back into the wall we go. We're not going to get the wall splat just yet, but that's a nice little confirm from a distance.
Ooh, but look at this nushinator being able to stay just outside these buttons, trying to harass this Baiken to try to whip something detrimental. But you know what? We're getting things started. RC, cancel, mix. What's going to be? Rising Yozansen, of course, but we're going to go ahead try to get this round, even with Baiken having burst on deck, but nushinator does have that 50%. No, wasn't able to do the DP, unfortunately.
Oh, the jumping slash. It's just like, hello, I found my target. Target locked. Goodbye.
Yeah, so far these guys are going at it, hand for hand, sword for sword. It's looking like a slobber knocker, but look at this. It's just been nickel and diming until they get that big hit, get snatched up. Counter hit, but nothing from it, but here we go. Counter hit, big one, up close. Ooh, but no super. Oh my God.
Oh, that was terrifying. Actually terrifying. I was like on the edge of my seat, not spilling all my popcorn, but we're going to go for another try on that. Get the throw this time around. Nushi going to take that round.
It's always scary when you see a slow motion RC 5P just coming next to your aura. But there we go. Gonna get the hard knockdown again. Set up. Looks like we messed up the dash, but it worked in our favor. Trying to mix it up just a little bit with that blue RC.
Nothing can be done about that Volcanic Viper. Going to be a big punish for Menace as we go on. Put the rope on them into the Yozans. It doesn't get the follow-up though, but it doesn't even matter because we got the jumping slash. Oh! You know what? I was not sure if maybe didn't think that was going to drop in time, but did get to confirm at the very end. MenaceZero up 1.
Look at, I think for both of these characters, Soul, Baiken, there definitely is going to be that little bit of a scramble, hitting buttons. They both have actually pretty quick buttons. Baiken for that far S being able to get very fast, even though if it's very short, not to mention a 4-frame 5P just to mash out with, it's very nice to have.
Yeah, very nice to have. Yeah, may have been trying to bait burst, maybe trying to get that last little bit on there for as we go along. But here we go, round number 2. MenaceZero trying to keep up the pace here. Nushi trying to make it to a 1-to-1, make it our first one of the evening so far.
Ooh, trying to go for an early. All right, what are we doing here? We're trying to force out the burst, apparently. But you know what, nothing like a counter hit. We're gonna do this all over again. Getting out of harm's way with the backdash. But so far, we're even if we get a hit, we're not converting to anything, but there we go. You know what? Maybe it's just nushinator trying to bait out a counter, see what MenaceZero, feeling them out just to see what they're working with. But we got to be able to work quick because right now we are no longer in the health lead. My goodness, how many cross-up Yozansons am I about to count?
Not only like across Yozansons, but long distance ones in there. Got the whole calling plan and anything can call internationally, but not for that 6P on there. Get the 9 into the parry we go.
Slammed down like a football, snatched up again. Let me give you a headache. You're looking like you need some Tylenol for this. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that worked out amazingly well on there. Trying to go in for the dust in there, and Menace was waiting, but not for very long. Still got it, and you know what? We're going to just do it again. Three of them so far.
Oh no, that's definitely hitting the backdash. Oh, it's not.
No, just a little too far away on that follow-up, and we're going to try for it again. This time, getting hit with the Volcanic Viper into a wild throw setup.
Let me tell you, this is not only that wild throw wild, this match is wild. I don't know fully sure what's going on. Every single time I see a confirmed hit, it just goes into another reset, trying to extend the HP lead. But now side switch out of the corner. Hard knockdown setup, thrown again, tossing you like a salad for this counter hit.
Yeah, she's been doing a really good job of like calling out the close slashes and beyond on there, getting big counter hits as they go. Going to go ahead with the banner revolver on the other side, forcing the burst away from MenaceZero to try to turn things around. Not going to be follow up on that. Like gets the 6H in the end after the throw. It's the 1-to-1 now, Jen.
Goodness, I'm already seeing this going to be a back and forth, man. At like the interactions that are happening right now, I feel like it's gonna come to a slow download, and one person is gonna be in the corner for the rest of the game. I promise you, this is a big torrent file happening right now, but one of them is gonna actually follow through.
Oh yeah, we're definitely trying to find where it is. Like, Madchu has been doing incredibly well in the corner. As soon as the Menace gets thrown in there, we've seen a couple times with the parry, trying to get out of the situation where it has worked on there. But any other time, Nushi's just like, I'm not afraid. I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to do the Soul Bad Guy thing to make Soul Bad Guy a menace.
Going into that game 3, finding the benefit of that game 3 match to be a little bit more comfortable going into the final matches. But so far, whiff on whiff, what's good? Trying to make sure to see who's home, who's knocking. Can I borrow some sugar? I'm not about it. Get away from me.
Like no, we're going right into the gun flame. Yeah, going to get hit with, like, you don't want to get hit with the follow-up on there afterwards. So force the burst on there, and we're back into the corner. And burst of MenaceZero's own just to get back in there into another 2H.
Ooh, okay, longer Kabari gonna be able to get it, and nice no cross up on that. Oh my god, snatched up the DP right out the air, trying to bring you back down against the wall. Gonna drop early, a rising Yozanson on the air-to-air. Counter hit. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're starting to see the big damage combos and interactions start to happen. Approach, I talked to you about that 5P, 4 frames, amazing button to press with.
Yeah, followed with the 6K into Tatami afterwards here, trying to get the frame trap going, and we're just going to go straight into the fade with Yozanson. This, I think, the first time it's not been a cross-up, believe it or not.
Not only that, it was hitting the very tail end. Oh, not going to be able to get the hit there. Banditbringer going to go ahead and knock you down against the wall. What's going to be next? Trying to raise towards the skies. RC. Confirm the hit. No. Again, we're dropping, but it's okay. We still have the HP lead. Wild throw, Tombstone.
Yeah, did not have the meter to convert with that, so I had to go with, like, for the follow-up on there. We got 1 round each. Critical moment for this match here. Nothing on the Yozanson, but we get into it, and we're still able to maintain our turn for a Menace.
But wasn't able to confirm the counter hit DP unpunished. So far, these guys are just playing for the scramble. Another missed Yozanson, but another dodged opportunity for nushinator. But now, here we go. Baiken being able to get their tether thing. You're in the corner with me. Oh, but again, another trade on the Yozanson.
Oh, what a smart move in there to get away from the Banditbringer. Unfortunately, going to get hit with the follow-up from Nushi. Just go into the BRC, checks in for the low to get a little bit of extra damage. And the wall splat! Wow!
He is still going to be able to get it. Oh, jumped to the air Kabari, but wasn't able to get a punish either. Oh, anti-air to Yozansen. We have 1 bar meter left. Immediately, no, he didn't even go into the super.
Also has plenty of meter to work with in this situation. Going to cancel out into that tap dust from the RC and bring it down. Put the name on the check. Deposit it into the bank.
You know what, we got to make sure we have it solidified, make sure we have it in our savings, because this game and this set isn't over yet. Still a chance for MenaceZero to be able to come back, but so far we got to be able to confirm these hits from both of these guys. I haven't really been seeing, you know, those like hit confirm combos, like, all right, we've gotten it. So far it's been like nickel and diming just to see what furthermore you're going to get. But hey, if that's how you're going to play the game, we got to make sure it works on our opponent going into this game 4.
Yeah, definitely like the awareness I'm seeing from both players actually on this. Like we're saying, MenaceZero going for the furthest distance Yozansen you could possibly go, and then felt very comfortable with those delays on it. nushinator kind of waiting to see where Baiken is going to be landing, like kind of trying to get the punishes on there afterwards here. But right now, going to get beaten down with this Atami. Back into the corner we go. We got the rope put on him, taken for the walk. No, I want to stay inside. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Not only did we want to stay inside, we wanted out of the corner. Gonna back out of the way to get some more space. Good air to air, but not being able. We're playing a game of hopscotch right now, Risky. So far, these guys are just moving. Counter hit Yozansen. Here we go. This is a great start. Why though? But you know what? We still get the damage. 5-second rule, pick up off the ground, and MenaceZero is getting in that driver's seat.
Waving that blade like a light at an idol concert. Going to go ahead with the follow-up into the 6H yet again. Keeping it on there. Use the deflect shield on the way, but Nushi gets out of the corner, gets in with the punish on there. The counter hit forcing the burst away from Menace.
Understand, we did not want to let Soul get the meter needed at breaking the glass, and that might work very well. All right, being a little bit of a risk taker, Menace, but you know what? The damage could spell a lot. Snapped out of the air, tethered up, big counter hit, and we're going to a game 5.
Anytime I see Kabari into 6H and it hits, I just wins in terror, because I know everything else, you know, that might be the end of the round just from that alone. Of course it was in this case too. 2-2.
Like I said, it's a big torrent file, Risky, but you know what? These guys have finally finished the download, and right now I only expect nothing but a bloodbath in this game 5.
100%. We're already back into it here. First game 5 of the evening. Help us count them at home, folks, if you're watching.
But so far, this opening gambit has been very important. What we're gonna do here? Oh, look at that! I'm telling you, these guys are really on it right now. The difference in defense. Gonna choose to wait just a little bit. First early, it's a little bit different. We gotta be careful with that 6P though. On Phasmia, you're gonna eat a fat counter hit if you get hit by that.
I like that Menace was like trying to call out like Nushi getting like trying to get out the corner with the dash in there. We're trying to back up and try to maintain that momentum on there. Unfortunately, lost a significant health in the process of that. Into the Yozansen one more time. Going to get the counter hit for Nushi. And you know what? We're just going back and forth on this foosball court in the arena.
I'm pretty sure that DP is not the direction that nushinator wanted, but you know what? We still get the job done. On their set point, backdash evaded. Kabari, come here. Now we're starting to check to see what are we going to do in that terms of spacing after the Kabari. But here we go, another hard knockdown. What's the guess? I'm not sure what you were going for, but you're still getting the job done. You're making sure you earn this paycheck for sure, resetting the situation, keeping the spacing. But so far, we've been able to anti-air the Yozansen pretty reliably. DP, back up off me. I want to keep you honest.
Okay, actually the rope may have saved Baiken for a brief moment just because I couldn't get on the follow-up on the combo. Right now, though, it's last chance to stay alive in this match here. The BRC to get away on that. We're going to go in, catch him with a low. Nice blocking on there. We're going to get away with the YRC. Get off me!
So so far, only so much meter and only so much HP that you have. Gets the 5P, but no hit confirmed into the RC. But the back of your neck, yo, Johnson gonna go ahead, make it last game, last round.
Oh, Nushi just barely walked out of the corner and got hit with the cross-up. Oh! A nice block on that. Doesn't get a whole lot off of it just because of the odd positioning of the combo on here, but Nushinator is not out of it yet. Forcing the burst away from that counter hit on there, and we're going to go right back into the air dash. Yo, Johnson for days into the 2H.
Oh my goodness, we are traversing the screen everywhere. Again, another missed opportunity on the hit, but so far, Clash cancel. Gonna go ahead and save Nushinator, but not the damage. But the mix gonna go ahead, change sides. Another Yo Johnson. And then we have one more guess. Gotta be careful, and that's gonna be it as long as we don't drop it, and he doesn't. Hard fought battle, back and forth, just like I said, but MenaceZero coming out on top.
MenaceZero, I know you've been working like you're practicing in the lab, but you're also practicing in the workout arena. Oh,
Just saw this person recently on Guilty Gear Ranked. I'm like, who is this person? I don't like them. I'm like, oh, it's Scissor? I'm like, all right. I can't be mad.
Yeah. Now it's Scissors and Magician Girl coming up. We got Anji versus Asuka are coming up to the stage. And that explains, like, was that the match that we were hearing from you prior to on the warm-up? Like you're talking, like when you're talking. I get it now. I get it.
Because funny enough, it wasn't that one, but it was against like a Dako. But you know what? It was this person earlier too. Going against the Asuka. I actually haven't been seeing much Asuka, but I do believe people are starting to, you know, have that belief in him again, or at least I feel like it never left, because man, once you know start to get those cards started, being able to make sure you keep track of your mana, you are blocking for days, 2 business days at that.
Asuka Arcroix is absolutely a blue-red deck, ready to counterspell you, ready to throw fireballs and squares at you all day, and ready to load up with the side chain on top of it, but not going to get anything for it right now as we're going to the corner, switching out on the follow-up in here from Scissors. It's not going to be enough to kill because of the shield on tap, but you got a pretty good spot potentially in it.
Surprised no super actually came out. Would have actually probably did enough damage, but now we have 2. Wait, RC up? I think I saw an air dash. Both of them? Yes, there it is. Gonna get the air throw on the RC on your call. Said, I see your RC and I raise you.
Yeah, actually beautiful reaction for both players, but is Scissor getting the upper hand at the end, realizing the call out on there afterwards here. But we're going to go ahead, get the knockdown, and we get away, get a little bit of the deflection shield. We're going to go past on through at least the first part of the square. Is going to have to deal with the follow-ups on the others.
Okay, oh, a little bit of bad luck of the draw. Gonna go ahead but use all 4 pyros to be able to get a whole new deck. And now we're gonna be able to get all these with the speed staff on deck. But the spin is allowing us to actually make our way through. Good blocks on the other side. The parry literally did a U-turn. Oh, literally said, oh, you're that way? All right, bet, I'll meet you over there.
Unfortunately, too far away for the cinematic, or the full rather, on that hit. So got a little bit on that. So like enough damage to get done. Oh, the gravity well is coming up into the play. We're gonna switch over to the other side, get the knockdown. No OTG damage, but we get the follow-up from Magician Girl to take the round.
Hold up, can we just talk about Scissor's defense real quick? I'm like, hold on, double teleport on both sides, blocking both left, right. We know we were taught by our parents correctly to look both sides before we cross the street. But you know what? Daddy ain't never told us about this offense, because right now we are starting to set up shop. RC, good blocks again.
Okay, but we're already seeing more of that defense coming in. Blocks on the overhead, takes back their turn. We're going to go in with the overhead, cancel out RC to try to keep it, the Asuka into the corner here, and finally getting another overhead right after it to get the throw from Magician Girl to get onto the other side.
Dash. So it's also again on the level with the draw. Actually pulled into 6 fireballs nearly back to back. But you know what? We're gonna able to send you all the way across the wall. Blue RC and another air throw for the finish. Not gonna matter about that mana shield on you regardless. Gonna be game 2. Actually, no, sorry, game 1. Game 1 for Scissor.
Yeah, it felt like a game 2 though. It felt like that was out of the gate. Both. Like, if you go back and look at that very first hit, they just exploded. It was just a firework display. I did not see characters, I saw explosions.
Literally. I mean, like, when you're fighting against Asuka, sometimes you're either really eating all of your health or you're really just blocking, you're waiting. And then, you know, you're just like, all right. So, do I get to play the game yet? I did pay money. Oh, hold up. We went out of the way to change the color? I like it.
Getting the Galaxy Cloak out to play here. I do like the, we're trying to get away through the, the squares into play with the armor point on there afterwards. Finally, we're getting those hit 3 in a row into the Madare. Going to get into the follow-up on here. Big damage time.
For sure, especially on that 2D. Gonna go ahead and send him across the fan. Let's show him the light. Glass so close to 50, but you know what? We're gonna build up even more. Didn't watch your toes. Should have let the cloak not skate the ground. We're gonna finish off with a super. I think this is practically a perfect. Oh no, it's not. We did take damage, but man, when you're not playing the game, it looks as such.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if when you see that the life force significant on there and you keep getting hit, it feels like it regardless of that situation. But we're making quick work. We're readjusting here for Magician Girl as we go in, get the wall splat on it, and we might get another one if we ran out the mana just to get in. We got that touch in the RC. Now we have that chance. There it is.
Oh, but not breaking the wall, not getting that positive bonus is something we definitely would like to do as Asuka. But you know what? Resetting these cards, seeing what we get, we're going to get increased mana speed and be able to reset our deck. But so far, these spins have been making a nuisance of this neutral, of these fireballs, sending you back against the glass and going to do a little bit of hurt to our mana.
Very dynamic match that we've had for so far. We're going in for the low on the follow. We're going to trying to keep their turn. One more again. Getting these extra 2Ps where they count in here. Both, I was about to say even now, but right now we got the lead from Magician Girl going right into the overdrive. Doesn't get anything for it.
Gotta be careful. Spin. Oh, thought maybe if they extended it long enough, they would be able to get the parry ting going into the cube, but a little bit too late, too long. And you know what? That's something we'll go ahead and take hold of.
Yeah, the quad laser of cubes right there, the most active thing in the universe, it feels like, whenever it's out on the play. But Scissors not daunted by it here. We're back into the corner, trying to check out with low PRC to cancel it out, keep the turn. YRC, please get off me, thank you.
And nice being able to reset their hand. Now again, 2 fireballs. What is your luck? Yeah, so far, I'm like, we haven't even gotten, like, you know, Ice Chrome, getting our original stabs, but we do get a card to be able to get the regen for our mana really well.
Knocked down into the setup on there, green cubes. Enough time, let's check the sideboard a little bit. Get the right cards on here. That's a lot of cubes. That's a lot of cubes coming into play. Gonna have to hold back in Scissors.
I hope geometry is your favorite subject, Scissors, because right now you're about to find out. Oh, cross up. Oh, and the Just Guard being able to get it. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good example of using that Just Guard too, just to keep you up close and personal and just bring it down afterwards. Okay, 2 up.
Not only does my man Scissors have the reactions, but we have the defense to act quick on our feet, get that nice fast throw. My man was like, hold up, you did what? Not only on my teleport, but my dead in your face fireball? Okay.
I just realized that Magician Girl is Madison from my area also. So yeah, she's a really good Asuka Arcori. Go bringing it down on here afterwards. Going to go in with the burst right back in it and actually calling out, getting Anji away.
Ooh, the slowdown staff, not what you want to see, but we do have 50 meter. Yep, yeah, reset the whole hand. Oh, this is definitely great, but how we're going to be able to use it is the question. 1 bar meter, toss up, throw. Oh, we messed up the mix, but we wanted. Wait, is this the mix? Oh, wait, this is just the mix? What am I looking at?
Oh, we are tossing, we are baking some fried chickens is what we're doing. We're tossing the salad in the bag, we're shaking, shake into the throw.
Yo, I'm so used to seeing the Anji throw with jump P, with jump K, what's the mix? But no, it's jump, air throw, frame kill, what's next?
Right into the wild assault. We aren't going to get anything from it. We're going to keep the distance, throw out the cubes in there, check out that mathematician knowledge, and Scissors like, you know what? No, I don't need I just have a calculator. I got it on my fan here.
Oh, okay, good hit. Gonna go ahead, go against the wall. No. Gonna get a little bit of a weird angle, but it does allow us to reset our hand. Ice Chrome, or I should say, Chrono? There we go. Chronochrome. still another slow stab. Oh, but good weight on the parry super, but air thrown again. Sends out the butterfly. We're going to go bird watching.
That's going to be it on the follow-up in there. Just happy to get the throw. Scissors felt very comfortable in that final match in there. We tried to go with the run up, the parry overdrive on there afterwards. Didn't work out, but happened to get the throw and trying to take it out. Nice job from Scissors.
I love watching Testament on there because they just look so annoying.
Oh, definitely. But we're going to go back in. We got Madchu on another Asuka player coming up here versus Doll on the Leo here. I'm looking down at the. I was like, I saw Doll like going 3-2. Like if you look at the standing exclamation point bracket, you'll see where they are. Scissors is up there with the 5-0, but in the meantime, Doll is not having even. Just going to go right into the overdrive, break down the wall, get that positive bonus.
Oh, the snapped up on the back turn hit. Oh, what you're gonna do now? And able to get their mana back up for their shield. So we're definitely gonna live this hit, but we're not gonna live this mix.
Back turn overhead. Find the mark in the end. Yeah, production also telling us that Madchu is going 3-2, so this is going to be incredibly critical in here as like try to get their 7 sets in here. Big counter hit from Madchu, trying to go in for the reset in there. Oh, we're doing some Mortal Kombat stuff right now. We're just teleporting.
Y'all teleport in and out, saying, hey, y'all, in the next world, I did meet Raiden. He told me how to win this match. Gonna use simply geometry and some teleport spam. Block the tap dust, nice stuff, especially with how disjointed it looks and feels. But now the burst, gonna go ahead and come out, gonna deflect all the rest of the projectiles you can have.
No.
And now you gotta be able to deal with the gravity staff.
Oh, into the gravity well. Watch Doll shine in there, but you know what? We get the sideboard and more cubes for the cube god, but we're actually going to be able to get out thanks to the horizontal distance on that thrust.
Ooh, okay, gonna go ahead, send the pages, read a book, send the laser to the heavens, and now we're gonna go ahead and move in on this, but now Leo has to work their way in. But great stuff getting rid of these cubes to kind of make an easier approach. 6P on that, I like it. Into the immediate move that covers the most distance. Right now, Doll trying to find the best way to get their offense started. While the Assault reset, no, we're gonna go straight for the damage and the wall.
And still with the shield, not a whole lot of damage here, not quite to the half health mark, but we're going to go in, keep the turn with the RC, try to go in for the throw, and going to go ahead and get knocked down. Madchu giving a chance to return the favor.
Enough leaders to be able to get the super, want to reset our cards, and now we know we have regen cards, get those back later, and now you're going to be sitting for at least 3 to 10 business days, but make sure you have the block. We didn't keep throwing out projectiles, I wonder why.
Oh yeah, no Amazon Prime on that package on here. We're just going to keep us guessing into the overhead, force the burst away from Madchu here as we go back in, watching out the fiery cubes, keep the distance.
There we go. That's what we want to see. Oh, okay. The longevity of getting rid of the cube and then being able to grab the 5P afterwards wasn't entirely a whip punish. Trying to bait the burst, waited a little bit too long, and that's going to be game 1 for Madchu.
Ooh, yeah, you hate to see that at the very end, but the final hits do count on the mark there for Madchu. Going to take that one. Very nice stuff so far.
Yeah, I can understand, waiting a little bit, especially when you're not often seeing Asuka do, air combos, and that definitely was that was an interesting air combo. I wouldn't have known where to burst either.
Yeah, and also I have to say, I love the use of, we're seeing 2-3, like quarter circle slash coming out the play in there. Using that as to get away from, the close distance and get away from the gravity well, the gravity wand, in fact, on there. I like seeing that from Doll, as we're seeing in this round so far, as we're kind of keeping down, gets away from the low blows in there, but gets hit with the follow-up from Madchu. Enough time to set up the sideboard yet again.
Okay, we were able to reset our mana. We were running on empty, but now we're somewhat back to full. Good stuff, trying to hit the anti-air, but watch your toes. Hold on, you can't step on my sneaks like this. I just got but we're gonna add on to the projectiles, hold block, see if we can get you to be pressured just a little bit to use your meter, but you have no opportunity. What are we gonna do now?
Oh, we are optimized. We were just waiting for that in there. We're already getting back down into 15, but we reloaded just in time. And we go the distance, and we go for speed on the follow-up from Doll. We're going to go right back into the corner, take advantage, take over to the other side, into that counter hit, confirm for days, a round for Doll.
Unfortunate, losing our mana and losing our life. Doll getting one up on the board. Now we got to be able to hold this lead, take the game. Hopefully 6P not working there because the extra cubes coming out, and so far Madchu's been able to cover it, seeing how dominant it is, being able to approach with that 6P for that upper body end golem. But now, again, another gravity well staff. Gonna go ahead, send these downwards. Actually, I was gonna send to the cube, extra block stun, sandwich between a staff and everything that's geometry. But now you're gonna get hit by all this noise on the screen.
What happened? I had to deal with all of this Arkanoid style on here. Oh my god! You set up the gravity one, and it's just waiting for you. The cubes are waiting for you, Doll!
Good early shooting off the opening gambit. Gonna send you closer to the wall, being ready for the 6P hit this time. But now we gotta be able to get the cards back, and that we do. Pick away the cube. I never did like math, reading my favorite subject. That's not true. I like math more.
I like you, like I can't stay mad at you, math. But right back at it here, we're sending out a little bit more of that geometry in there. Going to get the hit where it counts with that close slash in there. Coming in from Doll. And we're going all the way to the other side. We actually got that pickup. We're playing footbag here.
Make sure the ball doesn't touch the ground. The ball being Asuka. Now knocking on your door. No mana left. Ooh, but a counter hit on the DP.
Oh, we wanted that burst. We didn't get it.
Gold burst. You know what? That's a great decision. Building meter, being able to negate the possibility of this burst. There it is, but being able to get it anyway.
That might be costly in the end if you get that one hit. Hold it down.
Oh my goodness, the cube slowly approaching while you're able to hold your character down. Gotta make sure we conserve the rest of our HP, and Doll putting one on the board.
Okay. Making it happen on there. The amount of cubes I have seen in this ladder alone is like it's the most I've seen in a hot minute between in like watching some Guilty Gear Strive, and I love to see it. I love to see it.
Being able to deal with that opening gambit is how you're going to be able to actually start touching Asuka. If you can get near him in general. Gonna go ahead, reset our hand. What do we get? Good recard regen, and not only that, gonna send all the cube with a speed staff. This is looking real nice, but we lost some of our mana, but we're bringing that up again with the card we got earlier. And now Leo has to figure out a way how he got through middle school with all these cubes, and right now Asuka is giving the lesson.
Waits out, perfect timing for the flash kick. Going to get that throw, back turn time. Gets the hit, but didn't get the follow-up on there. Now back into the center, into this neutral here, having to fight against the cubes in here. And the gravity too? Oh no, physics is in play.
Yes, physics indeed, and it looks like right now you're about to meet all of the horizontal vectors in your face first. Look at this, hold on, wait, this is looking like a dark void of cubes. You're still able to walk and still had the urge to DP, but we're definitely not approaching like this. But hold on, the stance, head banging, being able to get the counter hit.
Oh, and that cost so much, like had to use so much faultless defense just to not lose the chip in the process there. Was trying to have to maintain the meter and trying to go back and forth in there. Doll finally had to succumb in the end here as we go into set point for Madchu, but was trying to find a way in. And right now, trying to get that with the follow-up into the positive bonus here.
You know what, things might actually, if we're able to get a hit in or a block in, we do have both a slow staff and a speed staff. All right, this is going to be the start. Activate the speed staff. Oh, slow staff instead. Okay, but there we go. We're going to go ahead, overwrite it as we try to get more cards in play, but we got to be careful. We have barely any mana left, able to get anti-aired, and now we are in a very scary range, Risky. If we get touched once, there we go.
Oh, we go ahead and get the throw in there. Like, doesn't use any of it, just gonna hold back. Fire out the cubes. This time does not hit with the 336S. Gonna go in, keep the active with the active lifestyle of the squares coming into play. Set up that side 4, find the right cards in there, play a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ooh, I was about to say, I don't know if being able to teleport back was the option, but you know what? It was because we had no mana. Gotta try to find a way to build it back up. We do get the regen card, forced to burst, slow stab. Gotta be careful, get your toes hit, and that's gonna be the round.
That was some beautiful patience from Doll in there. Just kind of like going back and forth. Realized when they put the wand behind them in there was kind of keeping the distance, waiting for it, get the light tap to get rid of the square, get onto the other side with that confirm on there, and we're still maintaining that pressure into the next round.
Oh, drop kick straight into the cube. Blue RC, a little bit of patience, didn't block the cross up, but we still got good blocks. But right now, Asuka looks like we're gonna need a definite helmet for that bowl cut right now because our head is getting hit. Blue RC, back up.
Like actually hitting with the waves down below, with able to eke it out in the footsies war afterwards here. Throwing it back, you're not trying to let Leo get that confirmed, get that precious touch on there afterwards, but it's going to be the cubes coming back into play, finds exactly what they're looking for, just like Doll does anyway with the follow-up, and that's going to be it to continue this current set.
Unfortunate, right there, so close, but so far. Doll doing a great job, especially finding their way in. Incredible patience, and not only that, knowing when to press when they want to.
So we're going to see where we're going to go after this here. Continuing up at no changes, nothing about it here. We're here for the long run.
Duel 1.
Duel 1. What's our opening hand here? Okay, 2 pyros. More like 3 pyros. Okay, we still have another one in the back and sending you full screen as well. Great start, but again, Doll finding another way in, getting out of the corner. Good repositioning, but a little bit scary on the teleport.
One isn't in play. They're not going to care for it on there. Trying to get to the other side. Madchu is ready. Going to get the tap dust and a little bit of the last bit of the big cube on top of that.
Ooh, hold on. This might actually get rid of the projectile entirely. Oh my god, it did take a lot though. Okay. Yes, take away those cubes.
Oh yeah, 6P's pretty active, but not that active, unfortunately, Doll.
Ooh, dive kick. Oh, the J is going to go ahead, hit on the top of the dome. You still got to find your way in. No significant hit, while Asuka is being able to not only regen their mana, but regen their cards as well. The one that they got back. Good repositioning for Madchu. Now taking to the skies, but now you have to deal with the Gravity Well staff while it's looming over your head. No. You finally give in to the DP, but Madchu's been waiting for you all along. Set point.
Yeah, definitely Doll thinking about that position. Went in for the super jump in there, trying to keep it to a mid-distance so when they can finally make their approach, maybe with 236S, maybe with another option on there afterwards, but was unfortunately not able to get it. Blinked on there afterwards, but we're going to go in, get the drop kick on into play, back into the corner you go, Madchu.
Okay, I'm about to say, we do have a full stack of mana, and we do have 1 card to our availability. Good weight on the back turn shield. It's our time to shine. So close, so far, got scared of their toes. So now we're going to go ahead and see what we get. Ooh, DP out, I should say super out, but we still don't get too much of a significant rush.
Yeah, was already teleporting at that point. Maybe trying to buffer it beforehand just to get out of the situation. And there, Doll was ready for it in here. Now we're firing the projectiles, showing off the speed. Playing a little bit of Mars Matrix on the Capcom play system on the arcade.
I'm about to say, doing a great job anytime repositioning, making sure that Doll has to take the long route just to get to Madchu, but back turn against the wall, hit confirmed into the super, trying to make sure we do not get you too close to burst, especially when we're all the way down. Strolls up with the tap dust, no meter behind it. Sometimes you gotta send it.
Walk into the club, do a little bit of tap dust right there. Get in, get in, nice.
Right. Jump in and out.
Dark Rush.
Again. Overhead hit. No super, but we got plenty of life lead to be okay with it.
Okay. Even Fire Alpha forcing the jump in there from Madchu. Trying to find that moment one more game. We do get the back turn. Goes in for the overhead. Haven't seen that in a little bit here. As we're trying to go back into it, trying to cancel out with the fast RC, just goes in for the throw, and that is going to be enough to get the perfect and get into another game 5, Jen.
Another game 5. Oh, just because honestly that throw wasn't supposed to do that much damage until Asuka lost the mana shield. Some things damage can be, but like you went from paper skin and glass bones to you are literally the wind at the beck and call of Doll. And yeah, that's gonna hurt when you get thrown like that.
Yeah, even with the bonitis that Asuka got at the very end here, has been very strong, like holding it down here. Doll's got the last two, trying to get that reverse 3-0 as we go into our final match of this set here.
So far, we got a little bit of different cards early. Does have the slow Q, but counter hit, trying to bait the burst on the other side, but puts them in the corner. I'm not sure how you're going to want to play this, Doll, but you're in a very dangerous spot. Gravity Cube going to allow these cubes to stay in a certain place that you won't be able to interact, unless if you don't get put down to the ground, please. I'm more of an earth guy. I like my feet to be connected to the soil.
Yeah, earth, wind, and fire all throwing down on here afterwards here with the BRC, just trying to get to the other side, and it doesn't take much for Madchu to be waiting right there with the throw, get in there for set point.
All right, 3 blue cubes, one of the fastest of Asuka's arsenal, so they're going to traverse the screen quite quickly. 2 teleports, but good blocks from Doll, being able to see it coming, get the blocks needed, trying to teleport back in, but so far, we don't have too much offense, and now we're trying to corner carry all the way to the wall. Enough with all of this, send it through.
Yeah, and going into the overdrive on there after, we're just going to spin it, because you're going to get it back pretty quickly if you can maintain that pressure, especially with the throw. There it is. Madchu has to work through this with the full meter coming in there from Doll.
Okay, try to get on the other side, back turn, gotta be careful. This is a bit scary though, but gets the hard knockdown from the 2D, and now we got all the cubes and all the mana needed to hold you down just a little bit. Catching the load, but we still got good blocks. Tried to jump out, stay in your cage, Leia Whitefang. We do not need you getting out.
Positioning has been impeccable for Madchu, just here, like not wanting to make it happen here. You're gonna spend a lot of that meter until you get stuck in the air. No burst comes out to play there. You're still stuck in the corner, having to deal with goodness gracious squares of fire.
Look at that, it's looming over your guard. You know you can't touch it just yet. Oh, but he let go just for a little bit. Okay. Got a burst here, but unfortunately the cube still resigned, meaning that Madchu. This is a name I'm definitely familiar with, especially online. The great Saiyamane. Gonna go ahead and be on the Kai fighting against Zato.
The Canadian Tuxedo Kai comes to strike down, striking down on Zato. ClockWorkDesign on here. Zato, another character that you haven't seen a whole lot on there. Definitely been a lot of players just kind of poo-pooing on the character, but the people that have been sticking with it have been doing amazing things with this character. Got the turnaround on there away from the stun dipper, and we're going to give a hand with that 2H follow-up.
You know what, the follow-up on this is nasty. Yeah, go ahead, show me some shadow puppets. That's gonna kill too. Oh, nasty.
Oh yeah, get the Amorphous on lock here. Chomp chomp on there. We're gonna keep up in there, hold down the fight. Eddie coming out to play with that 2H. Invite a little bit of hell with the follow. We're vacuuming in, forcing the burst away from Great Saiyamane.
Yeah, that was actually going to be a definite wall bounce combo. Oppose going to protect you against the stun edge. But now you're going to go ahead and be in the corner with me now. Watch out for this jump heavy. Oh, ran out of the corner. You know what? I like it. Why loom under Zato? Let him hang there above you when you can just go ahead and escape the situation altogether. But goes under with the stun dipper.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead, direct play just right afterwards. Get that positive bonus on top of things here. Kind of keep it into this guy. We go ahead and get the confirm in there. Set up Eddie one more time with those pierces on there. Gets rid of the Eddie with the Vapor Thrust, but not the Zato, which is the key important. Got the punish on there. ClockWorkDesign up 1.
I'm about to say, when it comes to the dynamic duo, you got to be able to beat both at the same time or be able to hit one and get out of jog. But so far, a lot of DPs actually missing, and Clockwork has been actually able to avoid them nearly every single time.
Yeah, definitely been really kind of like playing with the like jumping in the air, like holding it down in there. You see a lot of Zatos do that, of course, in there, but has really firm control playing that Microsoft Flight Simulator.
I actually recently played that. That's why I'm laughing.
Trying to get that license on there on top of that, but we're going to go ahead with the leapfrog on there. Gets the reflect on there from ClockWorkDesign to hold it down. Very, very comfortable until this point here. Here comes the RC from Great Saiyamane.
Hey, Saiyamane gonna hold it down, tried to approach, but instead Clockwork deciding to escape. Gonna go ahead and take the corner. Amorphous gonna go ahead and let me show you some more shadow puppets. I got a shark. Look at my hands.
Gonna hold it down.
Okay, just a little bit of a frame kill, I guess. PRC. Here comes Eddie. Gonna go ahead and knock on your door. We're home. Ooh, okay, Amorphous gonna take the air out of this and still allow you to get the pressure on the way down while you're trying to get Eddie back in the throw. You hate to see it.
Just was in perfect positioning to make that happen on here as we go right into Duel 2. Trying to hold down. Looks like we have a little bit of a networking issue here from both players, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, classic strive, people. It happens every now and again. You know you've had to deal with it when it comes to it, but it looks like they're trying to restart. Or, okay, there we go. I think they accepted their fate. But it looks like Clockwork is still choosing to be on the defensive side, maybe trying to look for an agreement to restart, but I'm not too sure.
Well, nothing's getting restarted right now. They're just going right at it here. Trying to switch over to the other side. The 2S going to give them a hand follow it. The fly back away from the Fooder arc on there afterwards. Going to cancel out the Stun Dipper in there with the PRC to get to the other side. Set up the corner setup.
Right out the corner. Frog going to send you all the way through. Oh, but good. Far S. Such an amazing button to approach with. All right. What's going to be the next hit? Got to be able to deal with it. Oh, smack down from the heaven. You better come down here with me using that close slash proximity.
Oh, I can't believe it was a close slash too. That was devastating on there. Right into the Iron Elbow. The 6P coming to play. And now we're kind of keeping the distance a little bit. Just get away from the lead and like some of the options from Eddie here. Nice.
This is really good, though. Being able to knock out the Eddie means you're going to have a harder time getting your offense started. There we go. Counter hit 2S. Frog going to go ahead and use the teleport. Not something people use often, but Zato's know eventually it does become useful, especially in repositioning. Jumps out from the oppose. A big attack level when it comes to that JH. Got Eddie and Zato, so now the pressure is going to be laid on thick with the combo.
Air-to-air missiles for days on air. Really good position. Right into the Vapor Thrust. A little bit of a scare in there into the PRC quick setup after.
Okay, so far, oh my goodness, like they're just going at it in the air, repositioning. Both of these players have definitely been showing great awareness, making sure that they try to get into a better position on the screen. Jumps out, still has, still has burst, but choosing not to use it. And you see the color illuming from, illuming from Kai to try to maybe do that dragon install, but no, RC out of the way, and again hanging tight in the air, just chilling.
Oh yeah, like ClockWorkDesign was just holding down there. It's like, oh, I got the static state on me. I'm gonna hold off for a second here. I'm gonna let that see what Great Saiyamane's gonna do before really getting in there and like really locking in, really dedicating a button or two to that distance in there. So we're 2 up. Really been holding it down in there, but we're seeing some movement, some options in there from Great Saiyamane to really mitigate the Eddie pressure coming in.
One thing's for sure, just definitely Zato being in the air, staying in there for a little bit. There we go. I was just about to say that one-time close slash just worked so well. Being able to get a certain height needed to try to stop you from taking your air game and doing that big jump in like you usually see from Zato, but now we're gonna get the full combo against the wall. Here comes the Amorphous.
The Tales from 1,000 Lakes on there afterwards, going to bring it down. Goodbye to the middle part of your life bar. May not be needing it this time around in here. Go into the air dash from the jump behind, and they're trying to start up at it, but going to get nothing for it here. You're stuck at the corner. Eddie helping out here. Still going to have one sliver of health to work with here, but not much else.
Great Saiyamane, what are you going to do here? Look, my man is just existing on the other side, hanging in the air menacingly, but you know what? Kai is no longer about it. Gonna go ahead and get this wall, Sacred Edge, which means we're gonna have some of that electricity hang about on your aura.
Oh, all that from the neutral jump heavy slash too. Just waiting for it. Got a clean hit on there. Sunboy coming out. Get called out! Oh, hello!
Oh, and the stun edge, but no, the sacred edge, but it doesn't kill so close. Gotta be careful, but the opposer's there. You really want this round, and catches the backdash with the 2K. Hard fought round for Great Saiyan.
Just the perfect distance to really call out the early part of that Sun Void. Just to really like showcase and like, it's like I'm not afraid of you on the follow up here. We're going to keep that distance in here. Create the combo as you go on here. Get that little tap down there. Again, significant damage for ClockWorkDesign.
Ooh, tap dust, no meter behind it, blocked, but still no damage. Now we're gonna get the pressure counter hit. It's looking real good for Great Saiyan Man, but again, not being able to hit Zato out the air and letting him get Eddie back on the other side. But the far S to Stun Dipper, gonna tack on as much damage as possible before this burst hits, but we're not gonna get the chance. The classic 5K, the linger of all time, gets the job done.
I'm starting to notice a trend here, Jen, where we're going up 2 games, and then the opponent is understanding and learning, calculating, adjusting to the pressure here. Can that happen again? Are we going to another game 5?
No, Clockwork has been doing so well and might have just let it slip during that game. It's just a matter of time before Clockwork, you know, starts to have that adaptation. I believe it's going to happen here.
One way to find out on here, we're just going to go in with the distance in here, set up the oppose with the leapfrog and the far distance on them. We're going to go ahead and get the big counter hit, forces burst away, and with the pressure we're getting Saiyamane not deterred in the slightest.
One thing for sure that I've noticed a lot for Great Saiyan Man is that anytime he does see a pose, yeah, he's making sure he jumps straight over it, trying to get a cross up or just get into a spot where a pose isn't really going to do much. So, pressure, stun edge, but still hanging in the air, trying to find a way to actually, you know, harass him. Oh, wait, I forgot this move existed!
Yeah, haven't seen that in a hot minute on there afterwards. Didn't get much else from it, unfortunately, but we're gonna hold it down, invite the hell, get the far back on the distance here. We're just trying to keep that mid-range going here, but it is gonna be Great Saiyan Man getting in the closer, taking over the corner.
I don't know how you were able to jump over the Dire Call, but the Scum Dipper gonna go ahead, always punish your toes with the 50 meter anytime Kai gets it.
Good with this far slash, nothing from Great Saiyaman. Just gonna go ahead with the projectile and the confirm on top of that. Another round for Great Saiyaman.
So far, Great Saiyaman's actually the one starting to adapt just a little bit more. Far as again into the wild assault and being able to get the wall double Dire Claw. That's a good amount of damage, and with static applied. What are we gonna do with it? Not much. Gotta watch those Tims, brother. They're looking real nice. Shouldn't be the king should not have dirty Tims.
Here we go, though, with the Pierces coming into play. Gonna keep you guessing. Here comes the tap dust. Tried and true. Maybe a little bit too far away. Maybe didn't believe on it, but still maintaining the pressure into the corner. Both players with a full stick of butter to work with here. Going to use immediately, spin a little bit of that cash on there, trying to showcase like how much they have right there.
Just being able to avoid the situation. Oppose, jump over, double again. Oh, charge dust in 2026. Man, you don't see that often. Gonna get the air to air, try to build up some meter, get the pressure going, but so far keeping you locked down. We still have so much meter. Oh, Eddie wanted to make an appearance for work, but so far got clocked out. But double PRC, no 6P at all, gets snatched up, and that's gonna bring it to a 2-2 standing.
Yo, the blocking from both of these players, just trying to find that one little hit in the armor and there, break it down on there. Like both players were just looking. They were playing Minecraft for a little bit, trying to find that diamond. That's all they were trying to do in there. And of course, Great Saiyaman found it in the end, got up to 2-2, and of course at game 5, here we come.
All right, so far, Clockwork, it's time to turn back the clock, because right now we were doing better in games 1 and 2. Let it bring back to an even Steven, but avoiding this time being a little bit slower on defense, but plus frames, gotta be careful. 2S causing Great Saiyaman to burst early. Both of them burst, gone. They want to try to get this first round.
Oh, we're trying to reach out in there, but the low from Great Saiyamane. Going to get to confirm into this PRC. Doesn't get the lateness of the follow-up, unfortunately, but still has the corner and the damage from that counter hit. Dire play, bring it over to the other side here. One more touch is all you need to make it happen. Trying to bait out anything, but just goes in for the throw in the end after all. Set point for Great Saiyamane.
Great Saiyaman looking like they're about to bring it all the way back from a 2-0 deficit. But now, so far, the pressure Clockwork has been showing has been very good. Just a matter of if you're able to utilize it. All right, turn gone, press the button, trying to get something opposed. This time, finally, Clockwork actually catching the jump that Great Saiyaman has been doing over and over again on the opposed. Look at that again.
It's like completely obscuring. Whoa! Close range chain. He just loaded up the shotgun of Sacred Edge and fired it back on there. May have saved Great Saiyaman from even more damage in the corner. We're back into the neutral, having to hold it down against Eddie with the pierces. Nice blocking. Trying to go in for the projectile. Gets thrown for the trouble. Oh, and that's got to be chomped in. There we go.
That was such a clean conversion. And not only that, we're all the way up to $80 on the match arena. Thank you for your kind donation.
Shout out to Scary Esquire on there. Thank you so very much on here. And also love seeing you end the pass on these ladders as well here. So we're going back in 5K. We're gonna go into the Sacred Edge, put down that shock stay, put a little bit of butter on the Zato.
In the back dash with the 2S. Here comes Zato. Gonna go ahead reset again so that way we can get the approach. Oh, but the counter hit on the reset. Now we gotta play a little bit defensive. We do have a bar of meter to work with, but we need it to matter. Oppose on the way in. Caught Kai's feet. Oh, just looming above your forehead again and again. Not utilizing that close slash on defense.
Setting up in there, holding down here, playing a little bit of BB tag with the sandwich all going in, but we get the confirm on the play here with the Sun Void in here. I think you got one more mix up. You're going to set up. Oh, and you get the hit after all. Thanks to the hell of it, Eddie. You just need that tap dust to mark it down. Another like, yeah, this is the match we saw previously, right?
I'm not.
Oh no, we had MenaceZero.
It was a different May and a different Baiken? Or, wait, MenaceZero, which, okay.
Oh, it was MenaceZero versus Magician Girl is what we saw. So we saw, like, the two Asukas is what happened. And, like, we saw two Baikens at one point, too. So a little bit of our confusion from that here. But we're going in with the 6K on there afterwards here. Yo Johnson's going to hit the mark into the tatami. Going to have that RC coming up to play.
Miss? Oh my god, the left, right. Hold on, they both got mixed no matter who it was. It was just like, wait, you're over here? I'm over here?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, shout out to, again, Khalil Wachito played Mizu on there. So that is what we saw.
Ah, okay. All right, my bad, MenaceZero. I see your game. I need you to pick it up, though, as you get hit by the 5-2 classic from May. Going into Tommy, jumps over. Watch out for that Yo Johnson. We know how far it can hit. We're getting the charge up anchor. Gonna hit you like a hammer and break straight through.
All right, and we saw Wachito trying to fish out for that with that 5K a couple times in there too, maybe hoping to get MenaceZero before they rose too high up to the sky on there. But yeah, very quick start on there. It looks like Wachito is all warmed up at this point.
MenaceZero, pick it up. I need to see more Baikens. As much as Baikens I feel like are always on the scramble, I need to see more Baiken.
Yeah, Wachito, like with the what I believe that was Wachito got 3-0 over Mizu in that on there. So already up 1, or like up 4-0 versus Baikens, at least for the stream on the evening here. So let's see if that can continue here. MenaceZero can turn things around.
Dolphin pressure, a little bit of a mishap there now, but okay. Now it just looks like we are kind of over jumping the Oki for the tatami. Almost looked like it's supposed to be a cross up Yozanten instead.
And we may have got mixed up a little bit on there, but we go in for the Yozanten, the big 5H, and nice little confirm all the way in there. Doesn't get the full follow up there, and there's no connecting flight, and trying to reach up into the skies, get the air throw, nothing for it, as MenaceZero switches sides.
Okay, Wachito Shore getting the reset pressure so far, knocking on your door. You know you don't want to press in case Baiken does get the setup that they want. I understand, but eventually you got to see who's home blocks the rising Yozansen and getting pressure of their own, get the tether off, and finally being able to escape somewhat. Oh my goodness, a hit on the tap dust with meter behind it means that MenaceZero is going to start picking it up.
Yeah, was close enough on that tap dust in there to go ahead to respond in kind before it could even reach, but not for very long. Wachito is coming out of here with a vengeance, big hockey stick of damage right there.
That's for sure. Oh, command grab. Oh, blocks the burst, and that you're not going to have that for a while. And on top of that, it's perfect to hurt the mental just a little bit.
Oh, was able to get the follow-up on there, even from the far slash for that combo. Okay, so going to take on that round. On that round, going to keep up with the close slash, but the Yozansen is the first one going to make a mark here. Trying to get out that burst, no can do. Wachito wants to save it for a little bit.
Ooh, but good jump out, even if you had to block. Wait, Barry was there, but able to hit out long enough for it. Super, here comes Shamu.
Bring it down here with the follow-up, okay.
Oh, counter hit. You don't think you're going to be able to burst soon enough? Oh, you just got it. A little bit too late for you to escape the scenario. MenaceZero not looking too good, but you know what? If there's any character that can actually make a mess of May, it definitely can be Baiken.
Definitely going to be hard hitting in those scenarios, but the Yozansens have only worked a couple of times that we saw in there. Like, May has been able to control the skies quite a bit using the horizontal dolphin the split on there just to go in, being able to, especially in that I think it was, when was it? That like the beginning of the season, the last season where they kind of split, where you could change the distance on the split and kind of keep you guessing on there. Using the far range of that into the jumping heavy slash, getting those big hits where they count. Wachito's definitely been practicing that.
Right, look, with the opening gambit, trying to rise up, missing the Yozansen entirely. Tatami, that was a late Tatami too, so that was supposed to be plus, but you know what? Not stopping, oh my god, I keep wanting to say Wachito. Wachito. Gonna go ahead and get into the red RC. Are we gonna spend our burst here for it? No, just for the reset. Parry, nice, I like it, but now we gotta make sure the setup next is even better.
I'm actually astonished that Parry was considered too far away on that, with the pushback. But the Yozansen not too far away to go ahead with this connection into the setup from 6H into the Gabari. But even though you've locked down the May, you're still stuck dealing with her. And these close slashes on top of that, you're going to block that burst. It's gone for the next round. You don't have it for the set point coming for Wachito.
I'm so surprised that parry actually didn't work. It looked like it hit right on time, but I guess the hit was just late enough. Again, so far going for these cross-up hits, especially when you're able to get the hit. But, alright, Kabari being able, oh, watch out for that!
Okay, I was trying to bungee jump over that, but we're going to go in with the jumping heavy slash, trying to get the 6H, nothing for it on the setup, but we're going to get hit with the Tatami. Doesn't get the follow-up again on the 2H.
Okay, out of the way. You know what? This one not too bad. I agree. Ooh, the heal waiting for the burst. Good job. No need to wait, especially when we're on a deficit. We want to make sure we confirm this kill and not play with our free throw.
Yeah, still has no burst to work with here. Wachito immediately uses the burst at the start of the round, but trying to go in with the vertical dolphin. Gets meet up with the jumping slash of MenaceZero. Trying to get in the rope, but there's nothing to be seen. No May to be found.
Okay, locked in. Got away with a lot more than just two, or I should say, just getting away with just 2 5Ps. Knocking at your door, setting up the beach ball. Good parry, tried to escape. Plus frames, and I'm surprised Wachito is still choosing to press on there. Has been hit a fair amount of times right after the very low-hitting cross-up Yozansen.
Thought maybe that MenaceZero was going to hit a button on the way down, whopped it for the 6P, but it didn't matter. The follow-up is what's going to make it there, the 3-0 for Wachito. I think it's going to put them, winner gets to move on, but here we go.
Right, round start gambit already. The cubes are out, geometry, it's time to study. And like I just said before, it's going to be up to Clockwork to be able to get the pressure off of them. But so far, this is a really amazing start, especially getting rid of Asuka's burst. But having to use your own, small price to pay.
Oh, yeah, you're like setting out with the skill from Eddie, get the knockdown. Here comes a chance for Magician Girl. She could like really kind of turn things around onto the other side, but we are surfing USA all the way out of there and trying to avoid the squares.
Oh, that's for sure. Oh, had a moment, but now having to back off, wasting time a little bit on these cards. Able to get rid of Eddie, has bars of meter, could summon the Sun Boy, but choosing not to. Oh, the slow approaching cubes, it's raining cubes right now, Risky.
Oh, the quad laser, it's impenetrable on those YRC. Smart will have to deal with the overdrive.
My goodness, shot through the opposed. Nothing can stop you from the black hole that is the Nightcron.
Oh my goodness, on there. One round in there for Magician Girl. Still stuck in the corner, having to deal with the Zato, trying to find that revenge on there afterwards. Does get the hit above on there with the follow-up, but still not getting a whole lot from it. Just happy to get the damage into the middle.
Ooh, and good stuff from Magician Girl. Go ahead, reaching to the heavens, holding up north to get rid of Eddie on the way down. But now Eddie is back, ready to work and get the wall break. No, chose to reset, and you know what? It makes sense. Such low mana, you want to take the opportunity. Only a pixel of life left on this Asuka, but the Pyro gonna go ahead and stop any amount of efforts jumping from the overhead, but the Frog gets the job done. It's already looking like a match.
That was also really smart to do the YRC there because it did get rid of Eddie for a short time and keep you alive for just that little bit extra longer here. But right back at it though. Squares versus Zato and Eddie. Going to get the big explosion out to play. We're kind of keeping the
yes, you're going to get some hang time where I got some energy for you. Making sure you're able to get this air-to-air hard knockdown from the overhead as we refresh our hand and see what we get from our books. But being able to actually get the anti-air, this is looking good.
Magician Girl, she goes in there for the squares on the other side, and you get caught in the sandwich. Oh no! It does run out just in the nick of time, but we got that last little hit. The red squares follow the bouncy squares into the gut of ClockWorkDesign to take #1 for Magician Girl.
What's worse than having to block a jump over mix? Having to jump, or at least block a jump over feint, thinking you're gonna get the block.
Yeah, it was also like that overhead on there, the 6H into the sideboard, just checking that out. Like every time I see that happen, I'm just like, oh no, like what is going to be on the follow-up? But we're going to freeze out a little bit here as we go ahead, set up the one bright and early. We're already trying to get away from the overhead, the orb beginning to drop down on here. ClockWorkDesign using a lot of that mid fight, trying to find the way in, but Magician Girl, she is denied.
For sure, being able to kill Eddie when it counts most. Gold burst, and this is a lot of meter on Magical Girl's side. Gonna go ahead and reset the hand. What good can we get? Omnicron, go ahead, kill Zato and Eddie for 2-for-1 price deal, and now you're in the corner. Block the overhead, but there's too many cubes to block, Risky.
I'm starting to see the power of the red cubes, and they're just really controlling down the neutral all the way. Can't even really keep it mid-flight for very long without putting a whole lot of risk. Does get the counter hit in mid-air with that jumping K, and gonna go ahead and get some follow-ups on here with the reset. Not getting a whole lot for the trouble, but at least getting the corner until you don't anymore.
Ooh, heavy delay, did a super jump just to escape not only the Q, but avoid Asuka out of reach as well. Back and forth, I didn't even know where Zato was at that moment. Sunboy reset Eddie, especially with no shield on Asuka, which means this is a high price to pay. Gets the round, and that means we're still in it.
Still in it to win it on here. One round each. Gotta really turn things around out here just to like establish the tie, get to that 1st-2 territory yet again. We're gonna go back in there, hold it down with the drills coming in there, following up with the opposed.
Sure. Hitting on the lows, getting a little bit on dirt on Asuka's sneaks, and I know those things were a high price coming from the Galaxy. Tap dust into the Amorphous. I don't know if you have shields, you still do, but it's not gonna be for naught. Only so much mana on Asuka's side. Another gold burst from Magical Girl.
Asuka sit up, make sure they have the right projectiles all in place here. And we're going to break the wall a little bit. We get caught on the other side. Hello!
I didn't know you were coming over here to play, but you know what? I'm glad you did. Ooh, waiting for the burst too. Wants to find a way to actually get rid of that last burst in case you wanted to spend it. Oh, Amorphous plus frames while we still have a little bit of chip to deal. Now you gotta be able to block everything. Deflect, we're out of the situation.
All right, now we're actually getting to knock down the burst immediately on it. Last chance situation, air to air and missile coming in. We just run up and throw, playing the guy Kiske. Classic as Asuka our Kreutz. Magical Girl is up too.
Asuka saying we're gonna pull up and join the cookout whether you like it or not with the throw. Magician Girl was on a pixel of health and still decided to stroll up and get that toss.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not afraid of whatever you can send out to me. I'm still in this. They got the 2 up here. ClockWorkDesign's has been making some momentum in there. Has been trying to keep the pressure up. But Magician Girl, she keeps on ticking.
Okay, a little bit of a weird start, especially for our hand, but now Gold Burst. So far, Magician Girl has been able to get every single Gold Burst needed to count, refresh the hand, be able to get the anti-air, causing Clockwork to burst, but still not blocking the overhead. The book is too heavy on our brain, and now we got Meter and the corner. I don't know where you're going, but you know what? You're gonna go right back where you belong, into the corner, while I get another fresh hand.
All right, like draw on it, like there's no Texas Hold'em at this point here. Hold down with the big cubes coming into play. Another 6-8 gets denied on here. Tries to send out Eddie Pokemon style, but the cubes say no, hello to the face.
And even though the Junker Chain can return some of those projectiles, there's only so many he can deal. Immediately getting rid of Eddie, the pressure from the Pyro into the Wild Assault, and now you're getting into the flow of things. Magician Girl is definitely showing her best tricks. Cycle through the cards to see what's gonna be next up her sleeve, and it's only gonna be more pressure with the speed staff as you come closer, not where you wanna be.
Hold bow and hell, AK, we go on here. We're avoiding on the blue cube before she gets hit with the 6H onto the other side. Checks out with the low. There it goes. The perfect time to hold back to a block against the burst. Magician Girl is going to be moving on the loser side with a 3-0.
Kind of. Jacko does. Jacko loves to steal her turn back, summon the minions, and making sure you enjoy, you know, the minions who have come to party. But Dolphin, we're looking like we're gonna have a whole party, not only from the sea, but on the ground as well. Chasing you down. What are you gonna do?
This is one of those matchups that, actually got hit with the shield a bit, but this is one of those little matchups that that Baiken kind of really hold down on there, being able to go in with horizontal Dolphin, get away from the minions, or like make them go away pretty quick with the proper timing on it. Right now, not getting to happen. We're going to go in to get the power up, using the jump up to get out of the situation, accidentally puts themselves back into the situation, and just escapes like magician right there with that throw.
Wachito must enjoy the danger, because putting yourself in that sticky situation is going to put you in with the shield minion, which means they cannot be destroyed, and you have to find a way to deal with them, especially if she has the minion meter on deck, but now gone away. Oh my goodness, the linger on the hit, allowing the hitbox to extend, meaning that he gives the first round to Wachito.
Yeah, with that 5H on there, giving like the hilarious stagger at the very end of it. But Pikguy not stopping there. We're going to go right back into the corner there, forcing the burst away from Wachito. And we're actually like going ahead, summoning the minion and getting away from that big heavy anchor just to avoiding the pressure. I like that, actually.
And so far, these minions have definitely been annoying. Tap Dust, RC, into the hit. Yeah, we're gonna get positive bonus. Try to pick it up from the last round. Gets the tap dust, but now you're gonna feel all the pressure and then some. It looked like she tried to throw, but you're gonna get nothing but a perfect on the other side.
We're going right into it between the 1 and 1 here. We're gonna call it out with the 6P. Right back at it here, but get the 9 into the Pikguy, going to go with the knockdown, sending out the minion for just a little bit of time, using the RC to send out another one and keep it up.
Right now, what's being kept up is this offense. Open you up just a little bit, just to make sure you understand you are here to stay. One's company, two's a party, and now you're gonna have to deal with everything and then some. Look at the chip.
Yeah, was doing like actually getting a lot of chip as a result of that, but the 3K from downtown, you had the meter to go ahead and follow that up here. Doesn't get the connecting fly, but that throw will do quite nicely in a pinch.
Ooh, tap dust from far distance, the only amount of defense to get opened up when you were doing so well. That was a tight game one for Wachito.
Yeah, the arc that 6H goes in, still a problem to deal with even at this part of the game here. Just to kind of have to watch out for him. It will deny you from the skies.
All right, so far, like that was looking down to the ladder, Risky. Practically last game, last hit, last round. Yeah, we're in for a good one.
Yes, we are here. Already had a couple of game 5s throughout the evening so far in the ladder. Want to see way more of those in the top 8 here because I'm here for the long haul.
Ooh, and already in it for a counter hit 2D, but a counter hit. Oh, okay, that actually could have been baited. A little bit risky for a Pikguy, but definitely choosing to go for the riskier option. Here comes the beat balloon. We're here to go to the beat. Hold on, the anti-air close slash. That was
a lot of risky options early on in here from Wachito, and they're going for the 3K without any meter that we saw earlier. But this, I'm catching on the backdash on here, trying to go the charge 6H, not enough. The guts will kick in. You got that one little hit, and you know, that's what I was talking about earlier. You got horizontal dolphin from a distance. If that dolphin is going, the minions are flying.
That's for sure. It's, especially if the minions are just happen to be in the dolphin's path. It just means that not only is there an active hitbox in front of May when she's approaching, it gets rid of them while trying to hit Jacko as well. So I feel like it's not a bad option.
It's exactly. It cuts through like butter in those situations here. But right now, trying to right the decide it back on here by Pikguy, holding it down with the minion on the play, trying to get it away, but with double jumping. Ooh. We're just going to approach with the air throw. I like that as an option.
Oh my goodness, got picked up, tossed, and thrown into the last hit for the minion. Back at it again, last round between these two. But looking like that we had to look left, right, and that was looking super scary. Let me check your block real quick. Doing such an amazing job changing up their pressure options. Pikguy.
Using the 5H, trying to get rid of the minion as an active button. Did not quite get it, but the follow-up on the far slash is going to go into the corner, forcing the burst away in here. We're setting up the minions for success out here. Get the nice shiny mask, not from Spirit Halloween. Going to get the damage on here afterwards. The follow-up on there with the knockdown from the 2K and 2D.
Right? Ooh, backdash, back throw situation, and now back again with the pressure. Gonna activate the armor minion. Not gonna do enough. Living with a pixel and a dream right now. But unfortunately, you are in chip range. Pikguy gonna add one to the board.
A 1-1, and that's that like May with like I think the second highest guts in the game, I believe. I think Anji's leveling higher on that, just like keeping alive just for the brief moment. That was an extremely scary situation that Pikguy was in, but made it work.
Going into this game 3, I honestly could not imagine what way it will go. So far, it's just been back and forth. It's been to a last hit scenario both times, Risky. I can only imagine.
And we're going to find out. Well, I have a feeling we're going to see many more of those as we go along. The trade on there gets rid of the minion, so the favor, but the Wild Assault coming into play, rewards with the corner. We're going to go ahead, set up, put the shiny mask on there, and I like the call out with waiting for Wachito to hit any sort of button and just throw the minion into Wachito's face.
Hold up the fadeaway to cover the air option. So far, Pikguy starting to see with their mind's eye right now as they continue to play. And the back dump again, playing with this minion just outside the range. Caught you whiffing the throw. And now we have our first lead going in for Pikguy.
That was a beautiful BRC to get away from that. Like realizing that's like, oh, you whipped the throw in here. I just need that one more to follow up on there afterwards. Another 3K. We do have the meter. We don't follow up with it. We're trying to save it for the corner.
Ooh, look at that. Okay. And you know that May wants to be able to get rid of some of these minions, waiting for the anchor to be able to approach, setting up another minion again. He's gonna come downward, but nice cross under to evade the situation altogether.
Wachito wanted to save the meter, didn't go for the Wild Assault combo route on there afterwards, just trying to like finish the job where they can on there afterwards. Might have a chance because of the 3K follow-up on their fast RC into the hit. One more round here. Again, you said it best, Jen, earlier. It's blow for blow right now.
Yes, blow for blow, round for round, but you know what? This is where you're gonna have a little bit of space, breathing room to have. All right, all the minions are out except for one. One's not enjoying the party and snack time, but we're eventually gonna see them soon. Tap Dust block, not going for the RC, thinking maybe they were expecting the RC themselves, but another back throw incident. Unfortunate. Another armor minion. Yes, this time getting the Tap Dust, and here we go. The driver to drive it all home. Not gonna kill, but you're gonna be close to it.
Yeah, definitely gonna be on the other side. Keep on saying, man, we're just gonna go for throw. That one will kill, and Pikguy is going to take the lead here in this set.
Yeah, Pikguy hasn't been going for too many throws, bringing it out in that game 3, changing up their options. So far, it's been a lot of pressure sequences and straight offense, and it's only a matter of time until you start get opened up by these throws, and then it's gonna further on the life lead.
Yeah, no, fully agreed on that. Pikguy has also been very patient of like waiting to see what Wachito is going to do. We saw that in the corner a little bit earlier there, waiting to see the response with had minion in hand, happy to be able to throw that out here. Now we got the double shield coming out into play as we go ahead, we go with the horizontal dolphin, we wait till we get the meter in there, and we actually block all the follow-up on the burst here. Significant damage from that.
Oh, and even bigger, you don't have enough life to actually see it, but that counter hit H was definitely going to be detrimental.
Early minions out to play, all 3.
Look at that, picking you up. I'm here to pick up my kids, but don't talk to them ever again. Kick all the way to the corner, off the backboard, and now again, another armored minion. They're still going to carry over to the next one, but how long are you going to be able to have it for?
Same side, goes in for the 2D mix-up on there afterwards, and the minion's there to finish the job like a bouncer. Get out of the club.
Alright, again, all minions are present, but first gonna go ahead and get rid of them. Now you gotta be able to approach, kick, baseball, I almost said baseball, but the soccer ball kick, keeping out of harm's way, finally getting in, and now you gotta be able to make it count. Big damage.
Positive bonus time. Going to give Wachito a lot of meter in a hurry. There goes into the 3K. So brave on it. Didn't even have the meter at that point. Just got it right after it would fall off there. But the PRC going to try to go in default with the 2S. Doesn't quite get it because of the burst.
Wow. And you're still able to win the round. You were such in a dangerous spot. So close to death, riding on the razor's edge.
They go in the 6P early on, does get the marking there, but the throw coming in from Wachito. Going to take that corner, hold it down with the close slash in, try to retain that turn on there afterwards, try to go in for a 5H, it gets denied by the knockdown from Pikguy.
Amazing defense on Pikguy. Go ahead, send it through the glass, give me my positive bonus. The defense, oh my goodness. And now it's going to be a lot of offense. Are we going to spend this burst early, or are we going to try to hang tight while we find our way in? Going for the actual cheer this time, which means all the cancel, all that meter is going to be a lot for the minions and your guard.
The pendulum is on display here. The burst is still available. It may not have a chance to do it if you got the minion on top of you. You got to be careful because you're at the corner. Pikguy holding it from the distance and then to make sure Wachito has realized.
Wait, SL death slide. Yeah.
So yeah. Honduran Super Soldier, as was revealed, is Nan on the spin, so no real surprises against Scissor, who's been on the Anji, been very strong with the Anji fast.
Jumping over the needles, and that's gonna be a wall combo, gonna go into the Tyrant Raise.
Ooh, big damage on that too. So we're gonna go follow it on. You gotta finish the last little bit with a little bit of trickery from the PRC from the low. Oh, Iron Barrel, you're gonna get that. Okay, Dust does kick in, but you go in for the Tap Dust, raise the flag.
Oh, a little bit of a hoof stomp at the end. I don't know if that's disrespect or not, but or I should say, Super Soldier definitely getting into it.
definitely is on some sort of super serum as we're seeing so far, but going to get hit with the overhead on the follow-up on the spin, and we're just going to go RTL, put the dots in between the letters and take the wall, the positive bonus for Honduran Super Soldier.
Yeah, very great check for Super Soldier, but backing out of the range. Oh, hold up, the PRC overhead looking kind of nice, but able to avoid the situation, which means Scissor's gonna get a counter hit combo all the way to the wall. Sends out the butterflies. We're about to go bird watching, but didn't watch the toes.
And then we're gonna go ahead right into the overdrive on it, showcase all the work in there, and you're gonna get the follow-up there. Oh, they're gonna just get the wall beating after splat on their Scissors with the work.
Dude, I just love the RC, just watching it stop every single time. That's hype.
It's a Tex Avery cartoon at that point. It's like splat, splat, splat on there afterwards. You hear the orchestral movement. Hard to say in the terms of this dynamic match on here afterwards here, but we're gonna beat up in the air. Super Soldier's trying to keep the distance between them and Anji.
Beautiful throw, able to block the overhead on the hoop stomp, but now we're gonna go ahead and get into the Rinsen. Oh, no, not Rinsen, sorry.
Goes in with the DP one more time, cancel it out for the throw, bring it down.
Immediately from a PRC L-Kunk 2, I don't know what you're gonna try to react to, but it's definitely not that.
Easy to easy to get in the mix up with a lot of the motions, especially with the follow-ups you can do after so many of Sin's special moves. If you have the stamina to make it work, you still have to worry all the way to the bank.
Indeed. So now going into this game 2. So far, it's like it's another back and forth. So I can only imagine the adaptation on Scissor's end that's gonna happen. Choosing them back up this time. Definitely round start has had Scissors more on the defensive, and they're just playing around each other's buttons right now. Oh my god, if Nooch could look like anything in Strive, it looked like this.
Gotta paint the picture. It's all about the colors you put on top of that here. We're going for the fish on there afterwards. Enough time to set up the butterfly, go to Dollywood, but we're gonna get a big counter hit from the follow-up on there. Doesn't get a whole lot of it, but you do get rewarded with the corner.
So far, you're getting them cut up by this fan. Gonna go bird watching on the counter hit from the missed deflect. Gonna let you see the sun, and is it gonna be a kill? Not even gonna go for the stops. All nothing but damage.
That was a lot of it too. Taking the taking that round right back. We're gonna get pushed away, but yeah, go ahead, get the throw, back into the corner, throw up the butterfly one more time. Does get to confirm enough time to set up the butterfly yet again.
Hold on, the defense on both sides being able to deal not only with the set play, but what comes after. Watch out, gonna go ahead and go in, doesn't do any, lost the stamina, so no hook stop to try to add in a little bit more trickery. Watch out, that bird's coming.
Oh, and try to use the deflect shield on there afterwards. Does get hit with the butterfly. Unfortunately, not a whole lot from it, but we're just gonna go right into the low in here and definitely fire off that overdrive, get the confirm, and put number 1 for Scissors to tie it up.
You know, Scissors, you could have did the RC just for the one time again. Go out with a bang. It's not BMing. I would have loved to see it.
Definitely putting up the fireworks on display for that. So yeah, no, right back at it. No surprise from this top 8 that we've seen. We're going right back into it.
But you know what? It's starting to get in that territory risky where, like I said, it's going back and forth. But this time, it might actually be down to the wire. So far, we've seen 3-0, we've seen 3-1, but we haven't seen a 3-2 just yet.
Not just yet. Immediate L-Cut to start things off from Sin. Forcing the burst pretty early in here from Scissors as we try to keep that distance, trying to find that right moment in here, and there it goes. Finds that concern in there from Super Soldier. Going to go in for the timer barrel. Perfect timing on top of that. Get that positive bonus.
Straight in, close slash, stomping on the fan. I don't need that in my face. Tiring, right?
Oh, that was a perfect too. Just like with a blink of an eye, the round is gone.
Okay, oh, DP. Oh, still being able to get the counter hit because of the spin stall. And now tossed up in the corner, missing it. Hold on, this is looking like a really kind of fake-ish setup, but it's makes Super Soldier making it work for them. Ooh, the jump.
The follow-up actually trying to get the shenanigans, but Scissors has none of it here. The blocking on there, we're just going to go in for the Hawk Baker, trying to go in for the run-up for the throw on there afterwards. Scissors having none of it with these trades.
Ooh, waiting on the DP because they saw it before when it was on the offense, but now trying to get the anti-air rocked against the wall, upwards again, hit it out with the overhead, but 100% meter on Super Soldier's side. Where are you going to use it? I don't even think you're going to get the chance. RC trying to get this kill and does get the cancel to the Super Overdrive, and it's done.
Yeah, beautiful routing to finish that off. Like what seemed like it was going to be very when on the side to the other side, Nan was going to have all the meter to work with here, be able to really kind of replay their turn like we're seeing right now on the follow-ups here. But we're going to go in with the big, extending the staff out a little bit into the tap dust. Quick thinking on the follow-up on there afterwards. Goodbye to your middle of the life bar.
Yeah, Beak Driver being such a large move in that mid-screen range where Sin loves to hang out, just guard the fence. PRC for the cancel, but so far we got blocks on deck. We got to do it one more time, trying to reset the scenario without any type of meter. We're out of the corner. That means it's time to play. DP, no RC, that is gone. Is this going to be enough? Hold up, the combo?
Oh,
dropped it last moment, but the last speed. 6P gonna make it through.
The train was slightly delayed as we were seeing in the background coming through, but it made its way into the station just in time with Scissors taking that number 2. Wow. Yeah, we're really playing with that middle part of the stage a little bit, kind of trying to really find out that one little touch to begin things. We've seen that from time to time with Nan going in, getting the Beak Driver into using a little bit of stamina, doing a lot of quick damage in little time. Scissors been able to eke it out here with getting the lead. How's it going to go from here?
That's kind of the benefit when you have Red Wild Assault, you know? You're able to not only get these nice coast-to-coast combos, but it really extends them, so that way you're able to try to build some meter on breaking the glass, but really go again the neutral. But firstly, it's going to be Super Soldier spending their burst first, getting carried over to the corner. What's the setup? Oh, we're going to go straight against the wall. The fan does reach, keeping you cool.
All right, significant damage on here. Got to be feeling pretty good about that. Holding down the patience, but we're going to go in with the elk hunt early on with the low coming in from Nan. Speaking of lows, though, Scissor going to respond in kind. Big counter hit on that 2D as we try to get back into the corner. We're going to get the wall flat right there.
Just like I said, Red Wild Assault carrying you all the way to the corner, and with 50% meter and positive bonus, is looking real good. Oh, put the BRC down overhead RTL. Are we gonna spend the extra meter? No, we're gonna keep it.
And we'll say nah, I like it over there better. Get the RTL back on the inside here. Spends a lot of meter, doesn't have any stamina to work with, has to rebuild up that a little bit, and the call out with the Hawk Baker right after from there, going to keep up into the corner.
Good block on the hook stomp. Oh, okay, trying to be a hero with only a pixel of meter, but that's exactly why you gotta be able to hold it down. Might have been a mischoice to actually spend the burst.
There's a good old overhead coming in. Gets denied with Anji tech right there afterwards here. Trying to keep up the distance in there. Just block rather. Does get the follow-up, and we're actually going to keep it up using all the stamina to get that point, forcing the burst from Scissors.
Follow-up from Anji. Missing it. Punish. Oh, going to go straight into the RTL. Does this actually reach? It does. You know what? When it's a Kiske, of course it's going to reach.
Yeah, definitely, it's passed on through generations how to get to the other corner in as little time as possible here. Going to PRC to keep it safe, but we catch Nan in the mid-air here. We're going to go ahead and get the follow-up in here. Prevents on the burst because of the wall splat on here, and that is going to be 3-1 Scissors.
Duel 1.
But here we go on here. Duel number 1. We're trying to go in for the lows early on in here and get denied. The minion cannot even get a chance to live because Nanan is going to make it go away.
Good stuff. Again, good defense. Looks like it's the matter of how you're going to be able to deal with Sin, sending out the minions to come to play. I know Sin is a very young guy from what I know. I think he said he was 6 years old or 7. So I'm sure he's going to have a fun time with you.
Definitely wants to go out and play. Just on here afterwards. Okay, great tech on that. Going to go ahead with the follow-up on there. Oh, and actually stops in the approach in there from Sin thanks to the minion.
Elcunt looking like it has to actually find its way through these minions. 2 bars of meter almost for Pikguy, but Nanan being able to find a way in Tyrant Rave, but there's still 100% meter on Pikguy. How are we going to use it? Ooh,
we're taking the lead into the Hawk Baker. Going to go ahead and fall, try to go in for it, and the Forever Allegiant drivers. Wait a second! Wait a second! That's how it works! RTL to respawn in time. Nanan gonna steal that.
That was definitely gonna be scary, especially with Pikguy having 2 bars of meter to actually deal with it too. But you know what? If you're fast enough on the draw, you can get the super comeback.
He definitely did. The deflect shield nowhere to be found. The minion saying, hey, what's that shining light on there afterwards here? Pikguy going to try to keep you guessing in there. Puts it in the corner. The minion helping the homie out.
We did a lot of work just to get out of the corner, but don't have much HP to go ahead and deal with it. The 1 RC, but Elcunt going to go ahead and get us in your DMs. Throw, tossed up. What are we going to do from here? Missing the 6K, but how are we going to deal with the rest? But we're making it every little bit, but finally the a.b.a 5P going to go ahead and stop the oppression.
Hold it down until you get that 1 tag at the end there, but Nanan is not out of it yet. They're canceled out with the setup in there on the follow-up. Okay, just using it for 6P. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, Elcunt getting stopped by the minion, which means we get the corner carry and another minion. The fuzzy stuff gonna knock you down up in the air against the wall. Hold on, wait, okay. 6P? Alright. Oh my gosh, the back and forth is actually scaring me.
Oh, we're reaching out on there. We get the follow-up. Oh, wait, okay, Nana has no stamina to work with here, but Pikguy is already in there. Gets denied because of the super minions. A double time on that.
Gotta be careful. These minions can't be destroyed. Now they're gone. Has 2 minions on the board. 50 meter ready to go at any moment. The combo gets extended. Super for the finisher. And that's gonna be game 1. Going Pikguy. Oh no, not just yet!
Guts kicks in. Nickelodeon Guts. Okay, never mind. Minions got your back and it's stabbing Nana in theirs.
Oh, it's not over till it's over. I should know that. I should always remember never to stand up until that HP says 0.
Yeah, Woshige was a prophet of the future for sure on that. So, okay, 1 up for Pikguy, holding it down. Like a lot of dynamic play that we're seeing here between these two already, though.
How are we feeling going into this game 2? I'm seeing Pikguy definitely do a lot of things, but Super Soldier may be having a little bit of trouble on the approach.
Definitely seeing chat also get into it little by little. Love to see it on the follow-up, but we're going to go ahead with the beat driver back in there. Puts themselves into the corner here. There's a little bit of stamina to work with.
Yeah, trying to utilize the long distance button to try to get our Heartbreaker. Gonna be blocked, making us spend our burst, but we're not falling prey to the minion shields. We're holding down this neutral, poking out with the beak driver immediately into the Tyrant Rave, trying to make sure we don't let that burst get away from our damage.
Oh, Nana, she was ready for that on there. Just happy to go in like from a moment's noticing it, but now stuck in the sandwich between these minions. Pikguy go in the ball, happy to throw the minion right to make the wall break through.
Yeah, trying to go in for that, running away with the minion. Watch out. Wait, does this work against the shield? It doesn't. That means they're gonna go through the wall. Okay, careful, just guard, but Hoof Stomp gonna go ahead and work. Oh, wait, hold up.
Sets up the shield. just breaks through the AT field right that episode 2 a.b.a. style.
Oh my. Oh yo, hold on.
Into the one more time with the hoop stomp on there afterwards. Okay, we'll break another wall, build up that a little bit, get a little bit of the extra the food in ya.
I want to say it's not often you actually see a Sin player utilize the heat mechanic for Sin, and I understand for great reason. You're not able to know the RNG of the buffs that actually happen for you aside from the color. Oop, trying to run away, still pulls up to get the throw, and Super Soldier gonna go ahead and add one to the board.
Nana, she rolled up into the wrong Taco Bell. It's like, oh wait, hold on, I gotta go to the next one across the street. Hold on, I got your DoorDash. I got it. Keep the grab. Wow.
I'm sorry, I meant to give you the other one. That's somebody else's order.
Yeah, that's my 5-layer beefy burrito, not yours. Sorry. But okay, we got ourselves a match here.
Yeah, amazing job from Super Soldier. Not only being able to tell when those minion shields are coming up, but answering them so fast with the super knowing that it's gonna break through. But L-Cut getting stopped while all the minions are summoned out. Big driver get through them all. So that means it's gonna take a while for the minion meter to come back.
Guy are opting to go in for a long distance for the start of the round, and it was working pretty well, but until you get put into the corner, and Nana was able to get things started on their end.
Ever so patient. Look at the mix around with these minions. Oh, summoning out, jumped right into it. Gonna go ahead, send you another one just in case. Pulls up. We're starting to really see when these minion shields are starting to come up. Super Soldier on the hunt.
That was just an act of a second more, I believe. Would have got hit by that on here. What the heck is that routing on the follow-up on the RC? Was able to almost get to the other side, and just a simple throw away to go ahead and take that round for Nanan.
Super Soldier is definitely taking the time to actually ignore some of the minions. He's like, all right, you know what? Hitting these things aren't really the way, so now we're going to come after you instead, whether they do work or not. And just like that, with a big driver into the hit, take a little bit of a snack, missing the super though. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them.
Still in a pretty good lead on here. Pikguy has the lead in terms of like burst meter on here. We're trying to build that back up and holding down with the pressure until the Hawk makes the TP says no.
A great, amazing work on the Gazelle step fate. And now, oh, the backward throw. Okay, in the minion, gonna send it up high like a volleyball, but so far it looks like we're gonna spike it down or kick it your way.
I want Jacko on my kickball team. That's all I'm saying. Like if
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm picking Jacko first.
Jacko is sending it. She's definitely being picked first on the playground. Okay, spending that little bit E. I do believe that's the one that increases their HP just a little bit. All right, nice throw. 6K. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is with these whip 6Ks, but they are working. RTL with the explosion finish.
Yeah, raising up to the sky, to the heavens to take the lead. Super Soldier now 2-1.
When you have that extra meter on Sin, being able to get the explosion on the RTL, you always got to know where your ranges are, and clearly, Super Soldier knows where it is.
That chat talking about like giving everyone like a DP in this game. Oh, that's terrifying thoughts on there. Absolutely terrifying.
Give Noggo a DP, please. Please.
What up, yo, dog? I heard you got a deep Dragon Punch. Let's put a Dragon Punch on your Dragon Punch. Anyway, right back into it. The follow-up, we're going horizontal all the way into the corner. Not going to quite get the wall splat on there, but trying to maintain the position. Trying to switch it up for Pikguy.
Only that. Ooh, I like it. The fade away. Now we got two minions. Oh, and you won't be able to destroy these, so you gotta somehow deal with them or escape the corner, or just hit Jacko the way you need to. But better believe the danger is still approaching, but luckily getting out of harm's way.
I love the follow-up on there too, just to make sure like the time in to make sure the minions do go away. However, the nice blocking on the follow-up there, forcing the burst away for Super Soldier.
It definitely looked like that Pikguy wanted to have those two whistle calls to be able to bait through it, But you know what? Hoof Stomp getting over to 2K. Throw again. Forget about the minions and worry about their master is exactly what Super Soldier is doing. Set point.
Oh my goodness, here trying to very quick turnaround on it, and we're seeing excuse me, I cannot speak with how fast it's going on there. Familiar first coming to play. Goodbye to your life bar, Pikguy.
Ooh, and gotta be careful on this next interaction. Sin definitely has the damage needed to actually get the rest of this HP tossed up on the way down. Be careful, that's a 6K. Gonna go ahead and get the knockdown, waiting for the burst. It's gonna be patient. Pikguy finding an opening, but what are you gonna do with it next? Summoning all the minions necessary against the wall. Super, yes, but it's gonna reach, I hope so.
Oh,
it does.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Bear just barely with like on there, but we're gonna hold it down. Cancels out the minions, trying to get back into her. We're gonna meet up in the air. Oh! We tried to go for the gold burst, nothing.
The miss gold burst, definitely what you wanted, but so far you're gonna get harassed by the mid-distance button. Still getting the opportunity, and now we're gonna see the the ninja come out to make a showcase. But one thing's for sure, this is where it's gonna be a little bit more tough, especially when the lower HP end of Chip has to deal with all of the cubes in geometry. And I think Chip Zaneth is one of those guys that skipped class, okay?
Yeah, definitely like reading fan fiction to learn another language on top of that here, and have to deal with all these magical spells coming in from Magician Girl, striking down quick and early.
Early, you gotta find some buttons to actually circumvent some of these cubes coming your way. But right now we're getting hard locked into the corner, able to find a jump in. Great start, but you know what? Gonna send you right back. Magician Girl gonna go ahead and use their burst, cycle through the cards, everything to find the right assortment to be able to deal with this chip. And here we go.
Retro was so quick with that tightrope setup, and Magician Girl quicker with the 6P to deny it on here. Still has one more interaction to go as we push through the boundaries, push through the glass. We're stopping down, trying to get it on the low, but no dice.
Yeah, no dice, no cards, but we finally get some gold burst out of range and a 6P to hit the ever-approaching air Chip Zaneth. That's going to be game one for Magician Girl. I'm about to low-key just... Magician Girl, I need you to change your name to Dark Magician Girl, and then I'll actually pay attention, okay?
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Also, Weston Knight raiding with the party of 10. Welcome to the show. You're just in time for loser quarterfinals between Magician Girl and Retro coming out. Fortunately, we did get Retro in for the loser side matchup on here, so hopefully, like, see a little bit of change in there, because right now it seems like Asuka's stealing the show.
Exactly what I'm seeing on my screen. Cubes of flying, geometry. You didn't turn in your homework, Chip Zaneth, so we're here to give you a personal tutoring session and what you got to do. Step one, you got to get in, and that's exactly the assignment that Retro is getting in.
Getting in and getting out to the other side on top of things there. Low on mana at this point here. Have to use the YRC to get off. Actually hits with the blue cube from a distance, and we're using that big explosion like a Doom 2 super shotgun.
But there we go. Now Retro's actually starting to utilize some of their buttons to actually get rid of the cubes along the way, using that 6P with the upper body invincibility and extended hitbox. You want to actually use that pretty well and pretty often against a character like Asuka.
100% on there. So we're trying to hold it out, expecting the approach in there pretty shortly, forcing the burst away on there, and unfortunately the tightrope in perfect timing with where the cubes are going to go.
Okay, and 6P, yes, it's able to get rid of them, but only for so long. Reshuffle my hand, give me the cards I need, because I believe, oh my goodness, okay, that was big brain, but you know what, it wasn't working right then and there.
Oh, I appreciate the effort, but still got hit in the end. Going to meet up in the air, try to use a distance in there, trying to just avoid getting on the ground pretty bright and early.
Yeah, so far, Magician Girl is actually just able to cover some of these options in the approach. The long distance 2K, bless up to that buff in the last patch. but you know what? Overhead, block, the flex shield, trying to get more room, trying to get rid of all the cubes possible, but there's always another one in the back. Watch your toes, watch the sneaks, because you know I'm coming for you.
Checking it out,
Whoa, hold on, all right.
Okay. Okay, we got the back throw on there one more time in there, holding it down. A lot of hits coming in the line in there. We're going to go in for the wall. We're going to keep you in the wall, not for very long, though.
You know, if you could have had positive bonus, you know you want to get the last bit of this HP. There you go. Hard-fought battle for Chip, and now we got it 1-1.
Oh, sneaky on the retro. Looking good with the follow-up on there. Woke up in that second match there. I do like what I'm seeing from Magician Girl, where she's Deflect Shield is so hard to implement in this game in the right times, where it feels like oftentimes if you are just like throwing it out there on a random move, they're going to come back in, especially when you're fighting against Chips enough. Was able to actually get into a position where like find the right timing to get away, and like Chip could not immediately respond back to it. Love to see more of that potentially here, but you want to be on the offensive first. Totally understand.
Start backing up is Magician Girl, and getting the first hit sooner than later is Retro. But good blocks, blocking the overhead projectile, but we still have to wait and bide our time for all of these projectiles. Now we're getting hit like a ping pong ball.
Hey, checking out the sideboard. What do we have out there? What's banned? What's not?
Gotta check the medalist, you know?
Yeah, it keeps changing every dang week on here, and it looks like Retro has the cards in hand to go ahead and take over the other corner.
Looks like you're gonna have to deal with the trap card while you're in the corner, but again, let's refresh our hand. I used 10 pot of greens to be able to get new cards, and it looks like we got all the cubes on offense.
Big yellow cube coming out there, big explosion, bringing out the Las Vegas Sphere on him. One more time, the 6H does make its mark on there at the end, gets the confirm, and gets another round. By the way, shout out to Conmay Esports with the rating with a party of 56. Welcome to the show. Hope Grand Blue went well.
Retro on defense is all you can really do. Doesn't matter if you try to do DP, it won't reach. But oh, the charge wild assault combo. Reset for the cross up. Now you're in the corner again, but no mana for Magician Girl. Only has a sliver to work with. But definitely they're making it work. Another bar of meter for Chip Zanev. When do you plan to use it? Not overhead.
And we're keeping that mid-range ground on here, holding down. Gets another confirm. Let's check those cards. What do we got?
We got a speed staff, and that's gonna spell disaster. Yeah, on the approach. Could have been a tap dust, could have been a 2D. You have to guess, especially with all the color noise on the screen, and not looking too good for Retro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fighting Asuka sometimes is like a colorblind test. Like you get to find out what colors you do not see as well in that, like we were seeing right there. Okay, 2-1 though. Retro like woke up a little bit in that second match. Magician Girl was able to change that around a little bit more. Maintain I like keeping that mid-range distance a lot in there. The birthday train continues though. We're back at it.
It's not looking like Chip Zanev's birthday right now. So far, it's looking like Asuka is just enjoying the holidays by himself. It's a one-player game. Oh, okay, Omnicron right off the start on the 5K. Oh, I was gonna say hurt, but not dead. But now set point for Magician Girl.
That was so quick on there. A lot of chip damage, a lot of real damage on top of that here. Now we got Retro fighting back with a vengeance on top of that here. Gonna go ahead and get the wall, bring it down on there. Have that life bar gone for Magician Girl to respond with that revenge.
About to say positive bonus is definitely great to have as Chip Zanev gonna go through the wall, not gonna be able to use super, but there's a lot of life gone and there's no shield until just now for Magician Girl. Reset my hand and more cubes, anti-airing, gonna still get the combo, double laser, gonna keep you here. Alpha Blade, the first time we've seen it all set, is gonna get stuffed out in the air with more cubes coming your way, trying to find a way to escape. Are we gonna burst? We blocked the overhead.
Oh, everything's been denied. Now we're up close and personal, active into the wild assault on there. Afterwards, we get the knockdown. We have to force the first down, and we're just gonna throw out it. We're gonna have to use that follow-up defense one more time in here. Hold down with the super active.
Oh my gosh!
with a 6P at the very end. Magician girl. Holy
matches. And you know what? I think this is going to be an even better one. This is going to be the first time we're seeing Totsubunger in Paragon at all. Going to be their first set of tonight that we're seeing against Scissors.
Totsu with the sole bad guy on display here. A little bit of a surprise on this for me at least, because I'm used to Totsu on the Mei afterwards, but right now looking pretty good. We're in the corner, give him the headbutt one more time. Make that head hurt. Make that head hurt.
They're approaching menacingly on the approach for the throw. 3 throws right back to back, but we still have the confidence to do the super parry. What's going to be the approach though? Oh.
That's RC. We're going in with the follow-up with those jumping P's afterwards in here. Going to cake the round for Totsu.
Even oh my gosh, snatched up on the spin. Hold on, this is looking like grappler soul right now, and I'm not liking it. And neither is Scissor. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the burst. Perfectly use of the spin, and now overheads raining down, trying to keep the pressure up.
To check with the toes, but nothing for it. Actually didn't get anything on the was too far away on the fan, so we're going to be able to get the approach in here with the follow-up. We're going to go corner to corner.
This
all
rowdy!
the other side. I like it. I like it a lot.
Be careful. So far, Totsubunger has been so well with the throws. Gotta be careful. That looked like it was gonna be a just guard overhead hit. One more, but not able to follow through.
Oh, that was just a lot of oppression that we were seeing there. Like, especially in that first round. It's like, you know what? You know, they're not like, what if we just go for throw? What if we just go for throw? What if we just go for throw again?
Sometimes it's not even just oppression. It's just confidence. When you're able to know, I feel like that's just like, you know, either player or matchup advantage. But so far, they were just so confident just to walk up. So especially with a good 5-frame button from Anji's 2K. And look at that. Round start, gonna change it up, gonna get the close slash in. You're bird watching, but it looks like we're not having a care in the world.
Gets called out early on there. Neither player has burst to work with on it, but we got a jumping heavy and a dream from Totsu. Take back into the corner, but we got the throw right back. Turn it around for Scissors.
What? Yo, hold on, my man. I need you to calm down. DP through the spin, throwing you right on your approach. Hold on, we are striving right now. What the? They just stood there. They just stood there.
It's just like they stood there doing nothing. Oh my goodness. They're going to get the follow up with the volcanic viper on there afterwards. Okay. All right. Checking it out. Finishing off on the revolver. The wire seat. Smart move from Scissors to get back on it, but we're already getting away from the overhead. Try to go in for the damage in there. Got hit with the armor point to get the setup in there. One more overhead. This time calling out the Fujin with the volcanic viper.
Oh my goodness. Oh, another DP. So far, they're just going tick for tack. It's definitely a slobber knocker right now, Risky. Oh my gosh. Both just go ahead and send it. Sends out the butterfly. Not going to be able to hit with it at all. At least we get some damage for our troubles. Watch out. The pressure is there, and so is Totsubunger's defense.
There we go with the far slash. Going to go get the follow-up on here. We know Totsu has that rounding on it. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get the wall flat. The wall crashed through on there. The middle part of Whitefang gone for Scissors.
Let me tell you, there is no patience. There is no slowing down. It's only a matter of hit or be hit. Gonna send it through the wall with a 5P. Not gonna be enough. But Scissors does have 2 bars of meter on the approaching spin.
Oh, the Midari was a smart decision on there to prevent any of the setups on there from Totsu afterwards here. BRC actually gets a whip, but we're going to go right in for the throw one more time. It's 2 up for Totsu.
My goodness. I think this is the most like down and dirty in the alley fight there can be. No one's even trying to block. All it is just, hey, good luck.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely one of those, like, you're walking down the street and you see, like, an alleyway fight, and you just walk the other way. It's like nope, that's too much for me at this point. But Totsu is getting the upper hand here so far, 2-0.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Rock with them. Damn it. So far, both of them going a little bit more on the defensive side. And if anything, I feel like, oh my gosh, the air throw on the Ko. And now you're into the corner, but Scissor has great defense. Oh my goodness, we're just swinging the sword at this point, and it works! Eventually it does when you're so bad guy.
Okay, we don't get anything for it. We're missing on a little bit of low profile in there, coming in from Anji Mito. And we're trying to keep that little bit of distance, kind of find that right moment in there as the approach. Right now, it's all Totsu as we go back into the corner. Doesn't get the follow-up on there, misses on the Volcanic Viper, giving Scissors a chance.
Okay, Scissor, this is the time to shine. 2 bars, but you know what? We just pull up with the RC cancel. Not going to let you have any type of play time with 100 meter in your bank account. Overhead, but so far these have been working. Scissors has been really sending this overhead, especially against a character that can definitely nuke you for 1 blocked button.
Okay, real chance on here. Gonna go ahead with the follow-up on here. Big damage. What's the setup though? We're just gonna go in for the butterfly. We jump over it.
Okay, on the approach, snatched up. You're in the corner now. Be careful. And it looks like you weren't careful enough. Gotta hold down the defense. Gotta be 100% on point. Gonna go ahead. Did a little bit of a run extension to get a little bit of meter all the way to the corner. And finally confirming the round.
Yeah. Okay. Getting like right. The music stopped right. It's like I know that's not the end of it. There, it's like it stopped at a perfect time on there. Just a Scissor gets right back in, continuing where they left off.
Alright, so got the butterfly again. So far, we're doing a real good job. Totsu is starting to do a little bit of mistakes here, but jumping out. Janet Bringer gonna be back up, and now we're gonna go ahead. No, the 2K stopping you for what you're doing. Hold on, do we have the complete corner carry here? I feel like I do it.
No, we're going to stop midway through. We go under with the Night Raid Vortex on there. We miss on the first hit, but we get the follow-up into the RC back in there. And we're trying to check out for we finally get that 1 precious hit into the block on the burn. Beautiful.
Oh, no. It puts the coffin into the tombstone. Yeah, that's gonna be it. 3-0 for Totsu Bungers on coming up in this match. Magician Girl versus Super Soldier. Let's get it.
Let's make it happen. Yeah, immediately on it. We saw a lot of the shotgun blast coming in from Magician Girl in that last matchup, especially against the fast playing chips. So we're like seeing a little bit of that early on in here, but we're going to keep that distance in there, throw out the cube, and we're actually using the wild assault to kind of get away. We're trying to approach in there with the low, but it's denied by Magician Girl.
And you know what? Canceling from a button that actually will get rid of the cubes into the wild assault, I understand it makes complete sense. Layering on the attacks to make sure to cover for, alright, if they're charging up another thing, or at least charging up their mana, then you can try to interrupt it. Tyrant Rave, a lot of damage, gonna go ahead and put you into a good spot though.
Early start in there, keeping up with the close slash on there, but gets denied. Going to go ahead, fire off the laser into the sideboard. Check it out, make sure they have enough to go on.
Ooh, these are coming to you a little bit too fast. Beak Driver getting rid of the big cube, backdashing out of harm's way. Anti-air, air-to-air blue RC for the win.
Yeah, the slowdown gave you more than enough time to be able to finish that job and really like kind of call down the middle because that looked like a dire situation to be in.
Ooh, Elk Hunt, anti-air Elk Hunt at that. Gonna go ahead, force Magician Girl to get rid of their burst. And now we're trying to find a way to get these cubes. Elk Hunt gets hunted down. And now we're on the back foot, trying to make sure we keep our distance. We know the king, or I should say the prince of mid-range, will be seen.
Alright, so we're going to go in, check it out here with the Elk Hunt yet again. BRC to get the approach, keeps it plus with the close slash, but gets on the follow-up on there is the throw for Magician Girl.
Overhead gets the hit, gonna add more cards. We've actually cycled through a lot of our cards already. This has already been a long match, and you can see that number on the back left corner dwindling, and now we have to switch over to a different test case, see what else our decks have to offer.
Doesn't have the follow-up on there, but happy to throw out the projectile, kind of keep it checked out here until we get to the red.
use of the beak driver. Just like I said before, Risky, that beak driver extending out that hitbox to get rid of a lot of the cubes approaching our way. Such a great tool to have in this matchup.
And we're seeing Nanan going for that again and again, like realizing that like having to do a lot of dedication to get to a much slower button to make that. But again, like you said, pretty active, able to get it out of the way, and be able to follow up with Gazelle Step to get that approach going on. So I like what I'm seeing there.
Now, so far, it's going to be a matter of how do we change up our post? How do we stop Super Soldier from trying to utilize some of their best buttons to get rid of the cubes? Do we just send more cubes? Ooh, but it's okay. Good use. I was going to say good not using the burst just yet, but we're still in danger.
Deal with the wild shot early on, sets up the staff on top of things here. Gonna hold it down, but we're already onto the other side, trying to prevent Nanan from jumping out of the situation here. Check out those cards. What do we got there?
We cycled through a lot of cards just then, but you know what? Looks like we got all the right ones. This test case is actually almost over, and now Big Cubes holding it down. Good blocks on Super Soldier's side, but you're still in the corner, ready to talk about your HP. We're here to talk to you about your extended warranty for your HP.
Oh, she tried to get in with the L-Cut on there afterwards and gets denied by Magician Girl with that close slash on there. Get the knockdown, take the round.
Oh, good check on the L-Cut. Gonna be a beautiful round start. But blocks even better for Super Soldier, but now you really have to deal with this increased mana speed.
Yet again, trying it's true. Okay, the follow-up. We'll make the splat happen with the 6H on top of that. That's significant damage, Jin.
Yeah, that's for sure. I almost thought maybe Magician Girl actually wanted to just reset that pressure and keep Super Soldier into the corner. Teleport out. Where are you gonna go? Both 6P and Beak Driver gonna get rid of all the projectiles needed to get in. Finally, a wall break. Not a wall break for Super Soldier. Decided to keep Magician Girl in.
When we get the tap dust on top of that here, can we finish the job at this point here? Surely we can at that. No, the guts! Sin Guts kicks in.
Beak Driver from a distance. This should be it. No! The drop, but we pick it back up with the throw. 5-second rule with our life on the line.
Oh my god, Nanan Super Soldier with the far distance on the Beak Drivers, hitting at the very tip of the flagstaff.
I gotta be honest, Risky. I think the nerves are starting to come in with how tough the matchup is for Sin. But so far, we're still able to get in, bait the burst on the RC. And now this is gonna be a decent amount of damage. Can we get rid of the mana? We do, and that means any amount of hit will be detrimental. Oh, the dive kick! Where are you going? And the throw is enough because there's no mana shield.
Oh, yeah, it's like losing all your Brave counters in Granblue at that part. Get extra damage on top of that there. Nanan up to, and Magician Girl, I've been wondering how Sin would be able to get out of the situation, be able to get that approach. And sure enough, going in with the follow-ups on stamina, with the Gazelle Step, with L-Con, being able to get in those approach has been working extremely well.
So far, it's not like.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that change. I saw the Slayer come out. Like the chat was saying, Madison Slayer will be real in 5 seconds, and sure enough, Magician Girl, Magician Slayer. Here we go.
We're looking to do some magical damage, aren't we? Ooh, but backdash caught from the L-Cut. Gonna spend all the stamina just to get you into the corner for a better situation for Sin. And look at that. Biding our time. We no longer have to worry about Qs. We only need to worry about how Slayer is about to approach. But with that 2H, how else do you need to do it when you can get past L-Cut?
We're checking out what the tries throw in there. Big universal combo coming out the.
Hold up! Are you dead? You might just be dead. Going for the ultimate super. Take a bite out of your neck and gonna power up with the punch. Let's see the damage. And you're done.
going around the world like that. Oh my goodness, here, Magician Girl still alive in it. I was wondering about if the Slayer was a desperate pick and not showcasing that so far here. But right now, Nana, she's coming back right in and trying to go with the L-Cut, gets stopped out with the 2H.
Oh my goodness, tried to throw the Master's Hammer, not looking too good. Blocking the mix though, you got some fast eyes, but how are you supposed to block a throw? Getting into the corner on the other side. Yeah, right now I'd YRC2 because our HP is low and Slayer stocks look up.
I get some significant damage on that here. Chance to really turn that around here, like before it gets too bad on there. We're gonna go ahead with Fall, get that guard crush on there afterwards, and another 2H. The 2Hs are going up, up, up.
Oh my goodness, the switch to the Slayer, the swap over. We're trying to practice some dandyism, Risky.
It's like, I'm tired of like learning, I'm tired of studying, I'm tired of looking at my books, looking at my cards. They're doing nothing for me. I just need that physical damage. I need that dandy step.
Exactly. Right now, we no longer want to believe in the heart of the cards, only believe in these hands. Are we going to see a swap from Super Soldier, though? That is the question.
We're definitely thinking about it. We do have, I know Nanan has a Geo in play, too. We might switch over to that here. Still up a couple games, but
switch over to Kai?
Okay, we got the Kai coming up. Does have a Kai, too, now that I recall on that. So I'm, of course, not a bad pick in any port in the storm there. So let's see how this goes.
And you know what? I can imagine this is actually just more of a defensive pick. It means that you have to be more weary, especially with the projectiles that Kai has to actually just send out just for chip. It's a better option, especially when you're trying to control the neutral game, which Slayer does have a harder time. And you know what? That Kiske lineage coming through with the RTL to break the wall.
Oh yeah, we're already seeing that up in the play. Happy to go into the Fuder arc, into the grab on there afterwards. Gets the tap dust in the play. Vapor Thrust should be able to finish the round with another dose of the Vapor Thrust. A perfect for Nanan.
Oh my goodness, this switch is already coming into favor, and you would have thought it probably would have been a back and forth, but right now, Magician Girl has to actually make it all the way through with Slayer. There is not going to be any more switches. That is a whiffed Vapor Thrust, and that's going to be a big pain.
Big pain into the stun dipper. We got the RT to follow it up on there. Gets forced the burst away from Magician Girl. Magician Slayer continuing up here with the follow-ups for days on there. One more time. Deep in guessing.
Oh my goodness, I'm about to say a crazy amount of blocks coming from. What? The 2-8 hit that high? Oh my goodness, this character.
You know what? I see a lot of 2Hs from Slayer, but I don't think I've ever seen as many 2Hs hit as Magician Girl right now.
Oh, missed the 6P opportunity for the anti-air, which means more positive bonus. Could actually just slow the game down, but go ahead and toss you up. Not going to be enough to deflect. Get out of the way. Another 2H Risky. And right now we are playing for damage. Are we going to be able to open you up? Did you block?
Oh, and you did.
Oh my goodness.
Out the hands. Chomp. 2H is already up in the air. Universal combos. Don't care about where you are in the sky. Have to force the burst away. Goes into the low on there afterwards. Going to get that. Oh.
Look, risky. Okay, having faster options, or at least faster buttons to go against Anji with. Ooh, with an immediate burst on the counter hit. Just for Scissors, just to get another one. Send you over to the corner, but not without Super Soldier getting that defense in.
Gonna go ahead with the follow-up on there. Just gonna immediately go into the overdrive on here. Big damage, big positive bonus, big everything.
Ooh, patience, knocking on your door with that TP. One more interaction, getting the tap dust, but no bird is here to save you. And that's going to be first blood of this Losers Finals going to Scissors.
Scissors definitely looking for some vengeance on here, trying to get back up to the top of it. Banana, she's responding in kind. Big counter hit, back into it, forcing the burst away from Scissor. Enough time in there, gets in the dash in there, have to force the block because of the butterflies.
Even though the deflect shield definitely giving you a little bit more space, Scissors is coming in whether you like it or not. Gonna break the wall for this positive bonus, but we still have 50 on Super Soldier's side. Defense, PRC, you know what's gonna happen. It's Anji for all people.
Okay, and then the Dravao does actually get the follow-up on there, just like get the clip, like Scissor did not get too far away, and had the parry out for the longest of times on there. Does get the confirm on there, but not the final hit. Going in right into the Goldberg, kicks out into the RC low.
Oh, that was hard to see. Gonna send through the wall. I don't think this is enough. Anji guts, Japanese guts, making sure we still keep Anji alive with just the run-up 2P, and that's gonna be the first game.
Oh, that was starting to change a little bit on there. So definitely the guts saving a life at the very end. Scissor getting at #1. And yeah, like Khalil said in the chat, we got 19 of those codes left, so I want to see all of them consumed by you, the viewers at home. If you have a chance, click on that Matcherino, make it happen.
For sure, we're already in losers finals. We're coming to the end of the night quite soon. It's fast approaching. The games are great, but we can only have one champion tonight. And you know what? These guys are fighting for it tooth and nail.
And immediately the 2S to start things out from Scissors. Get rewarded with the Sin change over here from Nan from Super Soldier.
Ooh, just guard, okay. Overhead, watch out, yeah. You know what, even though if it's quite plus on block now because of the changes, it's still quite slow, which means you can see it coming if you were definitely on the hard knockdown. But seeing that Heartbreaker getting picked up into the air against the wall. Hold up, show. I know you're not going to spend the meter, but extra? Nah. We're going to keep it going into this next phase.
Yeah, time to keep it real a little bit. Try to go for the throw, but PRC canceled it out on there. That just needs one more confirmed tag. You're it.
All right, Scissor showing some amazing offense. And with the Sin, oh no, gonna try to find a way through. Counter hit, Peak Driver gets eaten up. Trying to control these, try to control neutral with the butterfly in the air. Good clash, but blocks.
A beautiful block on there from Nan. He's going to go right back into the neutral, but you know what? Maybe not neutral. Maybe we just spin the meter. RTL, maybe go to the other side. Break on through to the other side.
Yes, that Kiske lineage is going to send you all the way to the wall. Going under the butterfly. I think this is enough after the Tyrant Raise. Just frame, you do get it, but it's not enough still.
This has been the story of the match here so far, but this time it's been rewritten with that follow-up on the close slash in there. Another round around for Nan.
Ooh, but I'm about to say, because so far it's been Scissors every round start with that 2H, or should say the 5H. Or no, it was actually 2S on round start every time getting the counter hit. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to break the wall from this distance.
Great timing on that here. And we're just going to stop her.
Ooh!
Yeah, Tyrant Barrel gets denied because of the guard point on there. So back into it. We're going to cancel out the BRC with the low on here. Playing a little bit of the shenanigans.
Ooh, hold up, deflect. Actually bringing you down to the ground a little bit sooner, but not enough to be able to escape the offense. Is this enough? No, it's not. Ooh, but sitting on a pixel. Oh, going straight for the RTL. Can you punish this right? Yes, you do. Just a simple, clean 5P.
Totally understand the need on there. Just like it's like, let's give it a shot to make sure they're not doing anything on there. Of course, Scissor head gets the block, gets the punish on there, and it's 2 up. Nan's trying to get that run back on here, right? Like when we saw it last time, it was 3-1 Scissors. Nan on the Sin the entire time, if I remember correctly on that. So keeping on the Sin this time around, down 2. Can we make that change?
Wonder what you got to do to actually open up. So far, Scissor's defense has been on point, but so far the round start has been starting to go in Super Soldier's favor, changing it up ever so slightly with every bit of adjustment.
One down, instant block on the butterfly, but you're rewarded with this corner. Waits out for the Hawkbaker after the PRC, and this nice tech from Scissors to get right back into it.
You're gonna go for the reset, not gonna break against the wall, wants to find more opportunities while you're in the corner, trying to bait the burst, but there it is, not trying to get this out of their way too much. But is she gonna be able to actually handle the rest of what's to come? Burst from Scissor's side, gonna try to spend and utilize this meter however they can.
Yeah, that was so much stamina meter just to get to the corner, just to get burst out of the way on here. Now we're back into the eastward corner rather on there afterwards. I know my directions, I know my latitude and longitude on there afterwards, and so does Scissors as we're going to go ahead and try to break through, cancels out. We'll get the side switch in there from the jump dust from Sin.
Oh, there we go, finally getting an opening. 50 on the board, but spends it immediately to nothing. But now the patience, oh my goodness, still alive, and a heartbreaker on the whiff, getting a little bit antsy, as now Scissors is on set point.
One more touch is basically like all you need, one more round rather. Just goes into the gazelle step, into the throw afterwards here, trying to go in for seconds, and no dice on it. Going to give an opportunity for Scissors to get back into the mid-range.
The wall, super Anji breaking through with the fan. Keep it cool, keep it calm and collected. And now Super Soldier has to find a way through this. Out of the air! This is a very good start. You're able to break the wall with this. You need meter for sure. And a little bit of a quick pick-me-up snack for the next side.
Okay, beautiful on the 2S on top of things here. Gets the follow-up, trying to go in for the reset on their afterwards here. Both players have burst, play a meter to work with, and we're going to see a little bit of that right now. Not taking any chances, Tyrant Barrel.
I was actually kind of afraid. Definitely could have did the super way earlier. His side, I think it was a missed input when you saw the 6P, but now Super Soldier has a chance. Heartbreaker gets anti-air, trying to see if they could bait a burst, but now Gazelle Step on the way in. Just Guard gets the trade. So far, they're hitting back and forth. It's not anybody's chance right now.
Yeah, so we'll have to keep it on plus, but the tap dust comes out. The burst also comes out on there afterwards here. Trying to find it in there, but we're going to get caught with a big counter hit from Scissors. Back to the wall you go.
And not only back to the wall you go, I think this might be it. Only so much HP left, and that's the finish. Scissors will be moving on to Grand Finals to fight Tatsubungers to see who's going to be tonight's champ.
Oh, just like that.
But right now, Scissors going for the Slayer pick.
All right, early on in that too. Doesn't get anything for it. Tatsubunger keeping the distance a little bit, but we're going to go in for the grab on the other side. Not falling for that.
Yeah, so far on point, and that was the very first Master's Hammer that Scissors has done. Cross up, no meter behind it. Okay, we got the bite. That means our next hit is going to be a world hit.
Okay.
But it's going to get away.
Go ahead, get the throw. One more time to confirm, forcing the burst away here. And step in full effect on there afterwards. Going to do the same side. Cancel out on the pile bunker, but like a lot of great mode movement and momentum for Tatsubunger to really deny it into this combo route with the gunplay.
Hold on. The defense on Tatsubungers trying the Master's Hammer, trying to get a cross-up hit, and so far the defense and matchup knowledge are both on point. It's not looking too nice.
But like, you don't want to be too nice at this point of the game here. It's for all the marbles. We're going to go back on the follow-up on here this time. Again with the throw back into corner. You go, Scissors.
Not only that, back into the corner you go against the wall, the routing. Gonna go ahead and end it with the 5P. You can do any extra damage, but so far, it's just an extra bait on the burst. Watch out. Oh, please don't do something disrespectful. I feel it. Ooh, caught the backdash though.
Okay, yeah, all right. Getting a little bit of that lineup here. You were just one shot away from getting it to happen, but we're going to get denied with the 2S into the band revolver, bringing it down. Tatsubunger says, I'm not afraid of your Slayer. Let's get one in my name.
This is definitely an uphill battle for Scissors, especially you know the deal. Scissors being in loser's side means that they have to actually get 2 sets to win over Tatsubunger's 1. And right now, as we saw in the previous match when it came to winners finals, it was a dominant showing for the Soul being piloted by Tatsu.
And sure enough, we are returning back to our roots here. The Anji Mito is coming back out to play. The Slayer tried out one time on there. It's like, okay, didn't work out as planned on here. Let's go back to the tried and true.
Let's rock. So far, we're having a little bit of a different story, seeing that we're trying to escape, but like the same old story, same old spinning the wheel. We're pushing Scissors all the way to the corner, and now we're going to get some offense started.
The run-up block on there, not afraid of any of the setups on here. Totsubunker, she seems very comfortable right now.
Yeah, especially to run all the way across the screen. Gonna break 2 throws before we get the heaviest counter hit and the on-point Tyrant Rave.
Oh my goodness, that's not a flesh wound. That's full damage in there. That's a full blood transplant on top of that there.
Scissors, I know. I think it's time to up the difficulty level. We gotta get out of this.
Doesn't get the follow-up on the spin afterwards here, but we're gonna go as far as Slash puts out into play. Familiar territory for Totsubunker. We're going right into the wall, and we have enough meter to go ahead and make the Tyrant Rave happen. Oh my goodness.
Happened all from Scissors trying to be on the defensive side with the 5K, getting counter hit. Look at that, still sticking out the 5K, trying to find a way to get the approach, but so far, she's just playing too perfect, staying outside the range, the spacing. No, don't do that. Don't you dare do that. You're gonna fight me, and that's what Scissor wants. You're gonna have to take this seriously, but holding north, never south. And that's going to be a 2-0 lead for Totsubungers.
Yo, Jen, I know we're not into spring just yet, but I think Shark Week is coming a little bit early here. Like, not even waiting for summer. Totsubunker looking for blood in this battle.
Exactly that. Having to have some hang time in the character select, I would hope, but it looks like we're not going to spend too much size. Scissor is just going to try to find their best or do their darndest to try to stop the train that is ever coming.
One more chance, all locked in, at least for this. If you want to get that reset happening here, holding it down with the butterfly. Go try to go in. Bandit! Bring it down onto the dome of Anji.
Ooh, but good defense. That looks like what we're going to need, especially fighting against this menace of a soul. Oh, Bannerbringer gonna go ahead, chase all the way in. Doesn't matter if it's not unsafe, but it's like, no, you're getting so scared. It's in the corner now.
Big counter hit. There goes the burst, though. Trying to get back into neutral, but the 2S been like honestly one of Anji Mito's best buttons, and Scissor's been going to it quite a bit. Especially in these matches for the range on here. Unfortunately, not going to get too much out of it. RC, just nothing. The most terrifying of tactics.
The most terrifying indeed. Nothing but Zen as Totsubungers places themselves on tournament point, going against Scissors of all people.
It's a low. Going to cancel it out there.
Start, but so far dropping, but getting evaded DP. Haven't seen too many of those being just thrown out by Tatsu, but now finally getting an opening damage. Ooh, okay, great start, great pressure, and we have plenty of meter to work with.
Big counter on top of things here into the Fujin. We're going to definitely get into that wall here. We're going to save that. We're going to get the break, and we're going to get the damage to get around on our side.
There we go, down but not out, still showing some fire, still showing some gas in the tank, and now we're seeing a little bit of a different story. Takes the trade, gets a bigger counter hit, oh, but not being able to break the wall. Hopefully we can make it up, block the overhead, but the classic PRC is gonna finally get us our wall break.
Last little touch potentially on here, but we're going to get Night Raid Vortex after the counter hit. Going to use that the Red Wild Assault rather on there. Big damage right into the Tyrant Rave.
Yummy! Hard knockdown with 100% meter. Backdash caught. Gotta be careful with this next interaction. One more hit spells death. Scissor, this is your time to shine. Burst online for Totsubungers. Doesn't bait the burst and 1 bar of meter. And she's gonna get it. Is this gonna be enough?
converted. No, goes in for the reset afterwards and gets the counter hit, and that's all you need to write it down, form your history. Coach Bunger on the Soul Bad Guy is going to be your Paragon FGC number 7.